I'm still in a good mood. You know why? Because I see a lot of things that are easy to fix. And I'm pretty sure the 49ers offense and defense, for that matter, that's not going to stay that way. They looked really awful. And if you're honest, you know you've seen both sides of the ball play better than that. So I'm not going to get real mad today. You know what I did, though? And let me just give you your evaluations of the 49ers offense and defensive performances. I gave them a D on both because as bad as the offense was, you know what? I'm going to give the offense, I got to give the offense a D. I give them both. I'll stick with the D. Here's the thing. Because Raheem Mostert cannot be responsible for what happened on the offense. He did his job today. He looked good. I still have my concerns about the offensive line. I know Aronis is temporary, but we got to find another center, too. This is very important for Kyle Shanahan's offense. Yeah, I know it's all Jimmy G's fault, but still, you've got to get a center in there to centers orchestrate what's going on with the defensive line at all times that's coming at them. They can pretty much size things up, and they rehearse these things and get back to the quarterback and tell him what he needs to do. And like somebody, NorCal Refrigerator and HVAC, Kyle does not scheme for his playmakers, and I don't think Jimmy's allowed to audible. You're damn right he doesn't. Yeah, what Jimmy does, he can go off schedule, but I don't think Kyle expects him to audible. And I think that's it. This is the thing. He's a young quarterback. Well, he's not a young quarterback, but he's a new quarterback in this system with Kyle, and it's going to take some time. 2 weeks from now, you're not going to recognize. But what I'm saying is he's going to make mistakes. Now what I'm worried about, and I am worried about, is next week. I hope they grow from what happened today. That last pass of the game, Trent Taylor, and you know how much I stick up for Jimmy, that was Jimmy's fault. His timing was off. But these are also things I think that can be easily fixed. That's why I'm not really going to sweat, and I'm certain I could get on the beat-up Jimmy train. So that's why I think that could be corrected. There were some bobbles today. I know what you're saying. Well, the bad throws, yeah. Still, if you're an NFL receiver, you make the catch. That's just the bottom line. If it hits you in the hands, even in high school, if it hits you in the hands, you should have made the catch. That's just the bottom line. The quarterback can't do everything. Every pass is not going to be perfect. That's just the way it is in football. And then Jimmy Garoppolo's game one performance, he gets a C- because as bad as things were, I really thought there were some breakdowns. And also, it was only George Kittle, Kendrick Bourne, and Trent Taylor's not quite ready for prime time. He wasn't really getting the separation I expected. Jimmy didn't make a couple of bad reads, but for the most part, I think he's within range of getting back to where he was, at least where he was last year, which is a lot better than what we've seen today. So I'm just going to keep it. I mean, I'm not giving him anything near an A or a B, but I'll give him a C. His first game, no preseason. I'll give him time. Solomon Thomas versus Javon Kinlaw's performance. Kinlaw, I'm giving an incomplete. He is a rookie who hasn't had any proper training yet. He's going to have to learn on the fly as the season goes along. Solomon T gets a solid D. Because Solomon, today was supposed to be your day to show us that you can indeed make us forget about DeForest Buckner. You were not involved very often. Because Corey Hyder came in and did a great job, actually. Which is why the D only for the defense. Standout wideout performances, there weren't any. And I guess that could be blamed on Jimmy too, as everything normally is. But yeah, I didn't realize how much Debo can make it. You know, last year what Debo did do often is he was a catalyst for a lethargic and sometimes stagnant offense. He would be the guy that would suddenly get things going and gain momentum. We lost that game with the 49ers really lost that game? You know, on that 1 yard line, we should have punched it in. I was scared at that moment. Those are the kind of plays, the momentum will swing, and you'll never get it back, and I'll be damned. That's exactly what happened. The 49ers were sloppily coming along, but they were still moving the ball with somewhat of ease. They stopped us on the 1. They got the ball back, and they dove the ball all the way back to that side of the field and scored. What WTF? That was the turning point of the game right there. 49ers never recovered. Game ball award on offense and defense, nobody. Nobody gets any awards today. And the question was, I said, Dante Pettis is going to make a difference today. No, he didn't. So, yeah, Debo's got to get back. Ayuk, I don't know what he has to offer, but I got a feeling it's probably more than Dante has to offer. So we got to get those playmakers back. And Jordan Reed's got to get more involved. I guess this is a process. We got a couple of guys like Jordan Reed. Look at him. You got to get him more involved. And then Debo, as I say, you got to get him back because he is actually the he's the blasting cap to set off the dynamite. So anyway, add all that. But I know you're going to blame Jimmy for everything, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the phone and let you work on him. I can't defend him today. This is not a good outing. 757 VA, come on in. Hello, Lolo. Oh yeah, and if I see Mitch Wisnowski get another kick block this year, he's a guy who moves out of the way. He's a guy that can move, and he can still kick the ball. Mitch, why? Oh, VA's not there. Let's go to the next one. Guys, we're going to keep it kind of short tonight. We're not going to do the regular 5 minutes. Let's keep it around, 3.5, 4 minutes, okay? Dion, your observations on that nasty game.
Ronbo, what's going on, brother? This was...
Yeah.
If we have a short, limited amount of time, we'll make this short and sweet. It was very simple. Jimmy looked like hot garbage when he was very indecisive. All the decisiveness he talked about in practice, he didn't display that today. Jimmy looked like Tom Brady when he gets rattled. He gets happy feet. And when you get happy feet, you don't plant your feet, you don't do things. We couldn't even execute a third down.
All
that
day.
was horrible.
I think we got
all
one
day long,
today.
man. We couldn't. Yeah, we only had one, so that's really bad. That's not good for anything. Then the next thing is, there were several calls that we should have gotten. That call on Kerry Hyder or Kyler Murray when he flipped over him. What the hell was that? Come on, people.
You
gotta let him play football at some damn point.
I guess you're not allowed to touch at all because all I had to do is put his hands on him, and then he stumbled over him. He didn't fall on top of him or anything. I couldn't understand that.
But that's what I'm saying. And then when they cut to Dean Blandino, what did Blandino say?
He didn't like that call either.
You just got to let him play.
Yeah.
You just got to let that ride. And then when Patrick Peterson knocked that ball down in the end zone, that's face guarding a receiver. That is a 15-yard. That's a pass interference. So we can't get no calls in our own. We can't get no calls in our own house.
I know.
But the Cardinals get everything under the damn sun. This don't make no sense. That honestly, and then the other thing I don't like is I tell you this, I say this with a grain of salt. I hate zone schemes on defense. I hate them. You know why? Because they don't work well when you have 5 wide receivers. You can't play zone, and you got 3 dudes bunched up in one spot, and everybody's playing 10 yards off. What are you going to do? You can't guard anyone. DeAndre Hopkins ate us alive today.
150 yards.
Ate
maybe
us
more.
Killed
Last
us.
time I looked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, you can't. So we got this new DB's coach who's talking about playing man. Well, let's play some damn man.
Ooh,
you play zone schemes against.
You bring that up. I forgot about that. I'm scared of him. You know, there's many times Kyler looked downfield, couldn't find a receiver, but most of the time D-Hop was always available. Because did anybody else make a catch besides D-Hop?
No, Fitz was. Fitz did what he normally does. He caught a couple of first downs. But it's just, the issue is that zone scheme defense. Robert Saleh is so set. Well, if you're in your places, the scheme works. No, it does not. When you have 5 wide receivers on the field, you can't run zone. You need to run man. When you got 3 dudes bunched up, you can't have the damn DBs off 10 yards. That doesn't make sense.
That's why Dante Johnson was supposed to be brought out practice squad, just in case they need some extra defense. Did you see Spoon in the game all game long?
I didn't see Spoon at all. And I was looking for him too. Number 23 was nowhere to be found. Not even on special teams, I didn't even see him. So it kills me. And then on the goal line, We have Jeffrey Wilson Jr. standing right there, Mr. Goal Line himself, and we give it to Raheem Mostert.
Give it to Jeffrey Carl.
Give it to Jeff. No Jeff's gonna get in there. Now, I mean, kudos to Jerick McKinnon. He caught a touchdown after almost 3 years.
2 years, yeah.
Good job for you. But then you dropped the ball because you're rusty. That's going to happen. I'm not gonna knock him for that. But you know who didn't show up was Dante. Dante had a pass that came from Jimmy. And if Dante would have just went up to go get it, he would have got his world rocked. But if he'd have held on to the ball when he caught it, he'd have been fine. But what did he do? He knew that safety was coming, and he punked out. I've been saying this that's what I'm saying. All that crap everybody was talking, Dante this, Dante that. Y'all jumping on the gravy train, and look what happened. He suckered up.
He'll be back next week, D. We're out of time. Yeah, I agree with just about everything you said. There's no defense tonight for what the 49ers did. They all played like ass. The spotlight's on Jimmy, but boy, he's got lots of company. All right,
yeah, man.
D.
All right, Ronbo. Love you, brother. Be good,
Same
man.
at you, fam. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, God. And check out Deion Johnson. Click him up, fam. Dean talks great football. I'm supposedly. Oh, there you go. Jashawn, what's up, Jashawn? Thanks, fam. I forgot to tell you. This is Ronbo, my man. My score is 28-27 Niners. Next week's score. 49ers will be back. This is just strange. And there's something going on between the 49ers and Cardinals, all right? I bet you they look anything like this next week. We'll see. Let me check 757 Virginia. You know, it's so funny, too. And George, I really worry about how bad is that ankle. They double-team George and everything else in the second half, which really bothered me because if they double-team George, Kyle, obviously, if they're going to do that, go somewhere else. Go for another. Hey, Tony!
What's up, Ronbo?
Tony, I bet you know what's up. Tony, go ahead, because, I always like your takes, especially in this situation. What went wrong?
Well, first of all, Dante Johnson on that block punt, that changed the whole game. We had momentum. We were driving. They couldn't get anything on offense. They blocked the punt. Now they're in the game again. Because Dante Johnson can't pick up simple pressure coming up the middle. The guy runs right across his face, but he moves over to the left to double team the other guy that was coming around. They did a stunt. It worked well, but Dante Johnson, first of all, F grade today. Didn't play all but, 3 snaps?
Yeah, back to the practice squad and stay there. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I was hoping he wasn't going to be on the team. Why would they take out Contavious Street today as a healthy scratch but keep Dante Johnson? I just don't understand that.
Hard to understand.
And then,
go ahead.
After that, Jimmy Garoppolo, man. I mean, it gets to a certain point where you say, he's not familiar with the offense enough yet. It's a very complicated offense, but he just simply missed throws. Kendrick Bourne, he had a wide-open touchdown in the back of the end zone. Now, face guarding is a penalty. The announcers themselves are like, it's not a penalty. You can look it up in the NFL rulebook. It's a 15-yard penalty or spot of the foul. But at the end of the day, he had that touchdown. He missed 2 other throws on 3rd down and 4th down. That could have been first. He just either threw the ball away from the receiver, so they had to grab it. Trent Taylor, in the first half, I don't know if it was going to be a first down. I don't think it was close, but he threw the ball so behind him. He made a really brilliant grab. But at the end of the day, man, you just
threw behind him.
Exactly. Missing throws. If he had DeAndre Hopkins, I truly believe this game wouldn't have been close. But it doesn't matter. The receivers got open somewhat, and you had open reads, and you missed them. Jimmy Garoppolo, man, I have to give him.
Kendrick Bourne on that open shot where he forced the ball. I think that was another McKinnon shot. Kendrick had already he beat his man to the hash on the outside. And Jimmy didn't know he was over there. I worry sometimes about what he's seeing. But go ahead.
Yep, exactly. To me, he has so many great intangibles, but he never puts them to use. And he just lets the Jameis Winston and him overcome him. I don't understand it. I think at this point.
I like that, Tony. that's
an
insult for
Jameis
sure.
Winston. Yeah, he's Jameis Winston and Tom Brady, in my opinion, just combined. But at this point, I'm waiting for Aaron Rodgers to become a free agent. He looked really good today. He made his reads. His mechanics really improved. Seems motivated. So, I mean, at this point, trade Jimmy at the end of the season, make a run at Aaron Rodgers. and then trade him after. Of course, you don't want to trade him and then not have a quarterback. Maybe there will be someone in the draft that we can get later, but I'm done with Jimmy Garoppolo. I've given him so much room to show me stuff, and he's shown me great stuff at times, but it's never consistent. And then games like this happen where he had the game. We had the ball at the 40-yard line 3 or 4 times today to start the drive. We got 3 points out of it. Come on, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy needs an acrobatic receiver. This is why he likes Ayuk so much. As he even said, because this guy will make you look good even when you make bad throws. Jimmy, Tony, is there a moment when he actually loses focus or concentration? Is it that? Is it nerves? Is it pressing too hard? We've seen him look really brilliant at times. He made some great throws today, but like you're saying, he didn't consistently do it all game long. And I'm trying to figure. I'm giving him an excuse of game 1, not much preseason. I don't know what it is. I'm waiting before I decide to condemn him.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably fair. I'm being a bit impulsive right now. But at the same time, we've seen the story over and over again. Although he had a lot of game-winning drives last year, he had tied first in the league, he also sold some games away. And at that point, you have to realize he's not going to be a consistent quarterback. I feel like last year we got really lucky with injuries. Our schedule was a third-place schedule. This year we're playing the best of the best, and we're not going to have the same issues, or we are going to have similar issues to 2018 where guys are just dropping like flies because we don't have the same preparation this year. And it's up to the quarterback to make it work. That's why I think the Chiefs, the Seahawks, the Ravens are all going to be good because their quarterbacks can carry the team.
Yeah, we do have that to worry about. All right, Tori, good stuff. I tell you what, I'll see you tomorrow if you get a chance on Monday Night Raw when we really get nasty about roasting people on this team. All right, Tony.
Yeah, I know. All right, man. Thank you.
Tony. Thank you, Tony. Night. Oh man, and we're going to 253 is your area code. You're in Washington. Hello.
Hey, Ronbo. Big fan.
Hey.
I've been watching your show for a while.
Well, thanks. What is your name?
Niner Faithful.
You're Niner Faithful. All right.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
I just wanted to call in and get some of the thoughts of a tough game.
Let it all out.
Yeah, well, for starters, I wanted to say maybe Jimmy was a little more nervous because
He looked like
Grazu was starting.
Who else?
Grazu, you got didn't you say?
Horonis. Yeah, he did look a little less. Jimmy usually has that look on his face where I got this. He never looked like that the whole game. Even when he was sitting on the sideline, he looked like he was really disturbed, didn't he? With the camera panned on him.
Yeah. And I kind of seen that, and I think that kind of played in with his timing and his footwork in the pocket. But no excuses. There was a lot of misreads. That post to Bourne was killer.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You know what? If
Pettis
I had him
too, man. Your boy Pettis.
I know. That's gonna be my boy. I deserve that, though. I had Dante down today. I just knew he was gonna make a difference. He was again the invisible man. God dang.
It would have been nice with Javon Jennings in the red zone. That's where we struggled today.
Oh. See, I said something about that early in the game. I said, would it have been nice if we had Javon Jennings today, especially that red zone situation when we got to the 1 yard line and somehow screwed that up. Oh, that really blows me away. You're on the 1. Kyle, let Jeffrey have the ball. No, he gives it to Mostert.
He saved us last year. They act like he didn't win the game last year for us. I don't know what happened there. But, yeah, I just think that the play calling, too, was kind of trying to feel everybody out, try not to get anyone hurt. I don't know. There's just a lot of miscues. You could tell that the off-season preparation not being there this season really playing a big factor.
Is that right? They needed that ass kicking today, actually. Maybe now they'll know what they need to do. Because you notice when they got scored on, they had their back to the wall, all of a sudden they came out of a bag, rolled right downfield, and I said, okay, you ready to play now? Well, let's go. Well, that only lasted a few minutes because then the defense came in, and they couldn't do a thing with Kyler Murray. not unfaithful. Kyler Murray can do whatever he wants to 49ers. You know what scares me about that? The next time we play the Cardinals, it's going to be the same thing. We may be a little more ready next time, but the Cardinals know they have our frigging number. Kyler Murray can do that all he wants.
Yeah, and then
it's
that
scary.
sliding is killer, too, because he knows how to get those bubble wrap penalties, man. The rest of you just wrap them in bubble wrap. All those penalties were garbage. Terrible call.
You know what? I don't want to blame the officials, but I do think they can lighten up on Kyler Murray. If he's on the ground, can he get up and keep running if you don't touch him? I think so.
Well,
so far, guys just put their hands on him. They weren't spearing him. They weren't trying to hurt him. They just trying to lay their hands on him. You stumble, and then it flag.
Yeah, you're trying to watch out for your legs because they're sliding towards your legs when you're the defender. So
Dean Blandino didn't agree with it either.
I'm not too worried about the defense. I feel like if we would have converted more on third down, they would have played a little bit better.
Well,
because I feel like that air quality played a factor. They all look gassed.
Right? We missed a lot of tackles today. I was a little concerned about that, too. The tackle was...
One sack?
Yes. No sacks. And also
I thought we had one.
A lot of missed tackles. I mean, a lot. Oh, we missed tackles all day. Ouch. One after another. We'll get better.
Well, we will.
Today.
We will.
Yeah, it's just...
I have to deal with all these Seattle fans up here, so I'm going to have to hear it for a whole week.
Yuck. And they got to wait against the Falcons, so they're going to talk major poo-poo. Good luck to that. Not if we got to go, though, fam. Well, you get a chance. Get back tomorrow. We'll do this some more, okay? Thanks, fam.
All right, yeah. Have a good one.
You too. Night. Okay. Omar Lopez. Jimmy G looked like what commentators was talking about last year. Omar, he really did, didn't he? He really looked. There were times he looked okay, but never great. And then other times he looked really strange. And when we sit on the sideline, I got worried because he had that look out of his face of defeat. He looked like he didn't really have a good handle. I don't know if he was frustrated, but I did not like. He's always had the eye of the tiger, even in those situations before. When he came out there to run that launch, that next drive, he had that look for a second, but it wasn't consistent. Hey, let's go and check out. Hey, Mark.
I'm with the man, the myth, 49er fan legend, Ronbo. Hit that like.
Thanks, Mark. Good to hear from you again, too, Mark. My God, it's been a long time. Too bad it's under these nasty circumstances. And by the way, and Mark lives in AZ, so now when he goes to the gym or goes anywhere else, here they come. Mark,
exactly. I got to get the text and everything else already been rolling in, Ronbo, so it's all good. Man, Ronbo, we can sit here and say, man, the play calling, there was a couple questionable plays. Why we running most of it on the one? We can say the refs. We can say a number of things. But one thing that these quarterbacks are paid a lot of money to do is overcome these circumstances, is win. We put you in position to win. That's the game. If I don't give a damn what happened throughout the whole game, if you were in position to win, can you make the play? And we got to face it that Jimmy cannot. If the receivers are wide open, he can make the throw. If it's those little slants, he can make the little slants. But when it comes down to making the throws that change the game, he can't do it. That's just it. He can't do it. If it's a slant, he could
twice, 3 times. That one to McKinnon, a little long. I thought that could have been better. The one that he in the game, he blew that one. That one to McKinnon, the McKinnon missed. That was Jimmy's fault. I don't know what's going on with him. Go ahead.
We got another chance on that McKinnon with a touchdown because Mostert was wide open, the slant, and then KB again. And his pocket presence is still horrible. His pocket, he's seeing ghosts. He's doing the little turnarounds. I'm like, man.
Even that touchdown, Mark, since we're going to just cut Jimmy up, even that touchdown to McKinnon, Jimmy, throw it now. He still hesitated too long. I don't know what's going on with him. We've seen
because the guy has to be wide open. If it's not a slant, he can throw the hell out of a slant, and that's why we love Jimmy when he can throw the hell out of a slant.
Yeah.
But if it ain't that, he doesn't know how to time the anticipation of where to put the ball. It's just that simple. The guy has to be. Kyle has to design a play. That's why Debo is good. He designs a play where a guy is just sitting there wide open. Jimmy's going to make the throw. If it's not that or a slant, it's over, man. It has to be wide open running back or that or a slant
or Kittle. If it, know, it's funny. If it's not the Kittle, we don't know what's going to happen. So that's it. So Jimmy, he's got a lot of work to do or something. I don't know, but this is. There were some really suspect moves on his part today, and even I can't defend him today. And I'm his favorite guy.
And we're saying that it's Ayuk and Debo. I don't give that because it didn't matter who it was. But where I will say those guys come in is that the defense can't sit on Kittle, double teaming Kittle. That's the only excuse I'll give for Ayuk or Debo is that you can't just double Kittle because you don't really care about your boy Pettis and KB.
Ooh.
That's the only excuse I'll give them is that
and
they
good
can't.
Call too, Mark. Because as soon as they saw the receivers were not going to work, they doubled up on Kittle. They didn't do it before. That's why he was doing a great job in the first half. See, that's okay.
That's the only excuse I'll give for a receiver. But I'm not giving because the guys weren't. Nah, it don't matter if they are open. He still don't get him the ball. It don't matter if it was Jerry Rice in his prime. If he can't throw the ball down the field on stride, it don't matter.
We miss Jerry in his prime. That's it. That's bad news. He better show something next week. Jimmy's got a lot to prove from here on, or else we mentioned. I heard that what's his name's contract? Aaron Rodgers. He could be in the mix next year. Jimmy's got to. If he wants this job, he better go for it.
He's got to prove it, man. And the only thing that scares me is that this is the same. Like, if it's not coaching and defense, like Jimmy has to get to a point where he's carrying the team, or he's at least matching it. It can't be the team carrying Jimmy constantly. And I like Jimmy. I want to root for him. And I think people get mad when we talk bad about Jimmy. Y'all are holding on to hope, not Jimmy. The reason why people don't want to talk bad about it is because you still got the hope. At the end of the day, the guy is the guy. And I want to see it. I hope I'm wrong, but I'm just – you ain't heard from me since the Super Bowl for a reason, bro.
That's how you have something to say. But we're going to go. Tomorrow night, we'll extend the roasting time because that's what's pretty much going to be between now and next Sunday anyway. So, anyway, Mark.
Rombo, I just want to say this before we go. I'm glad we're back. I know I'm mad, but, hey, it's glad to hear your voice. I've been checking in a little bit. Hey, we back, fellas. Regardless of what happens this season, we back. We're still going to be faithful, man.
Yeah.
So y'all
and we're going to win. We're going to win. It's just, this is like one of those days. Kyle's got a lot of teachable moments, and somebody going to get cussed out in that locker room at some point. All right, Phil.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, Rumble.
Is it Eloy? That's not Elroy, but Eloy Rodriguez. Thanks, Eloy. He says, really, we look bad. Jimmy looked really bad. Every team had the same time to prepare. True. Seahawks owns this division. We need to wake up. Go Niners. You know what? I can't wait to see the Hawks play this same Cardinal team. I'm telling you guys, the Cardinals weren't as good as they're going to get. They played sloppy today and beat us. That addition of Kyler Murray, that combination of Murray to D-Hop, that is going to be a problem. And they got Larry, too. And Kenyon Drake is a good runner. They've got what they need. They're going to be seriously dangerous. We got a lot to do to actually be able to beat that team. Hey, Christopher Hengler. Chris, thanks, Fed. We needed that field goal in the first half. Walsh would have got the 3 out there. Those are the mistakes at the 1 yard line, the field goal. These are mistakes you can't make. You can't give the ball back, and we did. Freddie! God, look at everybody. This is a coming home day. Freddie, come on in, man.
What's poppin'?
Oh, Freddie getting an ass whooping. Getting an unnecessary ass whooping for game one.
That was all bad. That was all bad. And my son, he which is now he's 3.
He even noticed. Ready?
It was all bad.
I said, even he noticed we was bad, didn't he? I mean, when you're 3 and you notice a team sucks, that means they really suck. Oh, God.
Man, I was expecting the revenge tour, but this is the first one.
Yeah.
This is the first one.
I can't wait to see the press conference and see what they have to say. this is the 49ers needed that. They really needed that, Freddie. I'm glad they got their ass kicked in game one. I don't want them seeing getting their ass kicked later. Get it beat up now. Now you guys know. Now you know. Get over yourself and get your ass out there and get to work. Get serious or get embarrassed. I like it.
The scary part was, I seen the Seahawks demolish
Didn't they?
them birds, the
Didn't
dirty
they?
bird.
Hilarious.
Yep. And then I saw the way the Super Bowl champs did their thing.
Yeah, but were you impressed with that? If they would have played anybody but the Texans, I think they lose.
Hopefully.
I mean, it just didn't look that sharp to me. I mean, the Texans are bad. We would have beat the Texans. But
I hope
I want to see, I want to see the Hawks play. But we'll see next week, Freddie. Who they play, we'll watch. I want to see. Are they as good as we made them look today? Or are we just that bad? I want to know. All right.
You know what though? But last year we had a hard time against the Cardinals. So that's what I was telling my boy. I was telling him, look, we might lose. All right. We played the Cardinals close all last year. You already know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
The Cardinals close.
Mm-hmm.
They got our number.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they got our number, and they're a team that's in our division.
Yep.
So let's see what it's like outside our division.
Mm-hmm.
This must be a punch in the mouth. Let them set their game up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what the rest of the year looks like.
Yeah.
Let's see what the year looks like. But my son's ready. My son's ready. He says he wants Niners gang every day, and then he wants me to play that E40 bang bang nanner all the time.
Love it.
All the time. He always says bang bang nanner against daddy. All right, bam, it's on. Yeah, what I'm saying.
Yeah, they'll get it together. I am worried about Debo being out for 3 weeks because that means we don't have, unless Ayuka's coming back next week, that means we don't really have a real kick-ass playmaker unless Dante's going to wake up.
No. He's not.
He's not. I know, right? It's asking too much.
He's not. He's not. Let him prove me wrong. You know what? I want to be proved wrong. Man.
Freddie,
I don't know what's going on.
You have one hope left, though. Kyle's going to bring Kevin White up. I guarantee you Kevin White comes up next week, right? So we're going to see if Kevin White is anything what he was supposed to be, and in Kyle Shanahan's offensive system, it should be okay. You have no business doubling up on George Kittle because there's no wide receivers that are going to contribute. So we're going to see what happens next week. Let's give him some adjustments, though. Freddie,
who are we playing next week?
We're playing the Jets. And we can't beat the Jets. We need to start worrying.
Yeah. We need to start worrying.
Freddie, I got to go. Good to hear from you, fam.
Right.
I hope you get a chance. All right, if you get a chance, get back tomorrow.
I will.
All right, fam. Night. Yeah, we don't beat the Jets, fam. You talk about panic time. It is time to panic then. Ooh. Is it Eric? Eric Mize, what's up, Eric? It's too bad if we could have won with a field goal. I don't know, as bad as we played, they still could have won that game. On that one play, we were short for a TD and a field goal at the end of the fourth and 5 flights. And third downs, we couldn't get a third down to save our life. One of the 49ers said the crowd really got the 49ers juiced on third downs. The 49ers would get used to not having a crowd. If they depend on us, this is not Seattle. We don't depend on the crowd for us to play football. Get your butt going. God. Hey, Steph from the Duke.
Yo, Ronbo.
Yo, Steph.
Yeah.
I know. You can ask me how I was doing, huh? Terrible. Steph, this was the silliest game. The 49ers had so many chances to win that game, but they look like, Steph, between you and me, there were times I'm not sure if they really wanted that game. You know what you can tell a team is serious? They're not tackling. And I don't know if they were just out of shape for that or what, but they just really, how many tackles do you see miss? I can't even count them. I was shocked.
It was awful.
I was shocked. Surprised. What?
I mean, it's for me, it was a tough game, and I think you can't put on one player because I would say it was all Jimmy if the defense did their job too. I mean, it went from the coaches to the players. Our game plan was just, what were we planning to contain Kyler? I didn't see no QB spies.
We saw one attempt. Jimmy G. Jimmy Ward. Remember Jimmy? They had Jimmy sneak up.
Right.
That's the only time I've seen him really do anything.
There was no hybrid.
Right.
There wasn't nobody keen in on Kyler because it's Kyler and Hopkins. People, double. Man up. Do something about Hopkins' side, and then worry about Kyler, and let the other guys beat you.
Right.
What kind of sense that I didn't get?
You and I could have schemed that up, Steph. We could have drew that up, right? So what?
Right. When Hopkins gets over 5 catches on you, change something. He got 11 on us. Are you kidding me?
I thought he had more than that.
That is. He might have 15.
God,
it's terrible.
150 yards just for him alone.
Like, change something. You see it happening, change it. And then Kyler, you're just going to let the man run loose. I mean, they didn't even need Kenyon Drake this game.
I know. How many yards did Kyler get? Didn't he get over 100 yards?
I think so, yeah. Well, just about, probably. That, Ronbo, and also Shanahan. Guess how much attempts we had at our receivers. We had, I think, 8 or 9 targets thrown to a receiver. 47 yards with the total. If that's not, that is god-awful in my opinion. We need to spread the ball around. And I don't care. Call their numbers. If they don't step up, then at least you see that. We don't even know what we have at this point. We don't know if Dante is able, or for me, I don't know if Trent Taylor is able. And then we don't know if Jimmy's really able because he gets so much time in the pocket. And when he does get time, the chemistry ain't there with the receivers because they get no targets. It's like spread the ball around, use what's working. I don't get it. I don't.
Steph, it looked like they hadn't even been practicing last week, didn't it? And there were times I was wondering, what are you guys doing? Are you ready to play today or what? I'm thinking to myself.
Jimmy, dude, we had a game-winning touchdown to Kendrick Bourne. Bourne did his job. He beat Peterson. Throw him open. Why are you? He's throwing him like he's playing cat. No, throw the route. It angers me. So Jimmy has a lot to do with it too. It's like either elevate your receivers or not. It's like the receivers aren't elevating Jimmy. Jimmy ain't elevating his receivers, so it's not going to work. There has to be some type of meat in the middle here. It's not working.
Next week, none of them go home early. You guys stay late. And how about finding some chemistry?
And how about find a solid game plan? I didn't see nothing that we were attacking. It was like a freestyle. It was like we're playing a scrimmage.
I know, right? It's strange the way they played.
Do they think
times.
It's preseason?
I guess they played like it.
It
was a preseason
I understand,
game.
See, this is my thing, Ronbo. I understand playing like preseason, but at least have a scheme where it don't look like preseason, where you're not trying to be in preseason mode. It looked like they were just
going vanilla
just met each
sometime,
other.
right?
Right. And I've got to say about Kyle, let Jimmy. You notice Jimmy was balling when he didn't know anything about the offense. Let Jimmy ball for balance it out.
I think he went off schedule.
He
went off schedule maybe 2 times today, and he had better
2
results.
times, and it worked.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know what kind of relationship him and Kyle have, but Jimmy does need to take the leash off him. I think he's trying to stay disciplined, but it's not working.
I think that angered him, Ronbo. See how he was up like 10?
Did you see his face?
God damn it!
Did you see his face on the
sideline? He needs to make the throws. You need to make those damn throws, and it pisses me off too.
And
So we got a lot of problems that we got to. Hopefully, this lights a fire under our ass.
We'll see next week but it's an improvement. Still, we got to go though. It's short and sweet tonight.
All right,
I'll if you get a chance, I want you to get on here tomorrow. All right.
All right, for sure. Good talking to you, Ronbo. Have a good night.
Same here. Night, Steph. And there's the vulture, Patrick, my homeboy, comes in with his little fun things to say to get on people's nerves. But Patrick, my homeboy, doesn't know this is first game one, and it's going to be a long season. Patrick, my homeboy, make sure you leave a place where we can find your butt later. He said, I want to congratulate the Hawks and Cardinals. Good, Patrick. Thank you for your contribution. All right. Hey, I'm back to 775. It looks like you're in Nevada. Is that right? 775, hello.
Yes, sir. Uncle Ronbo, this is Casey.
Casey? Hey, Casey.
Yeah.
What's up,
What's up,
nephew?
This is my number here.
Is it what?
Save this number for me.
Okay. Casey said this is his number, yeah. Casey, well, hey, give us your feeling on this game tonight and your observations.
Well, Ronbo, I feel like we lost the Super Bowl today, man. I mean, that offense needs a shot in the arm, man. I mean, Jimmy looks lost, and they have no go-to receiver right now. And I mean, it's I don't know. It's I'm very unimpressed. I'm unimpressed with the commentary, the half-assed commentary we got today. I don't know. It's I have nothing good to say right now, Ronbo. I'm scared for Jimmy, man. I don't know what. I mean, he looks like he.
Well, you know, okay.
Can't do anything but a 5-yard pass right now.
Yeah,
man.
keep in mind. I hate to say it. The 49ers didn't look like they was ready to play. Offense was bad.
Yeah.
But the defense wasn't making nobody crazy either. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm a little concerned. I mean, we got to see what they look like next week. This is not the 49ers I remember from last year. But go ahead.
Yeah. No, that's about all I was going to say. Anyway, I'll talk to you later, Ronbo. Have a good night. No.
Hey, you too. All right, nephew.
No, I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing, man. Yeah, I mean, that's really it's kind of it's kind of as simple as that. Is Jimmy needs to get his groove back, and I don't know. I'm glad Dre Greenlaw had that. Actually, it was Kwasi. I'm glad Kwasi had that pick today.
I know, but then Kwasi got smoked on a play that you know what? There was a lot of things going on defense that were hard to appreciate. Yeah. We didn't get any sacks except for Corey Hyder.
In Jimmy's defense too, not having Debo and not having Ayuk there. I mean, that's kind of a no.
He's got to make accurate throws, so he's got to do better than that, and he's got to make throws a little more timely. Yeah. They look like preseason.
Ronbo, he's got two rings, Ronbo. I mean, it's if you put Mullins in there, Mullins might be hungrier, and it's the veteran players. They got to psych themselves up. Seeing Tom Brady spike the ball after that quarterback sneak today, and Aaron Rodgers going out there and make throws. I'm looking forward to seeing if Aaron Rodgers wants to come to the Bay and get the girl that got away, or the one that got away. And I don't know. I mean, if this continues, I'd be happy to see Mullins. I think Mullins has a pretty good arm. And
Jimmy's not really. Those two rings, he didn't have anything to do with them really. He was sitting on the bench. So he's got to. We'll see.
I mean, if you're Jimmy, though, I mean, that 2 rings is nice, man. I mean, that's he's had a successful career. It's I want to see. I don't see that emotion out of Jimmy. Yeah, but I don't see that emotion out of Jimmy like when he makes a bad play, and he's kind of just like darn, and it's like, come on, Jimmy, like you got to like,
Well,
I mean,
he gets frustrated. He shows frustration.
He's not their own, we all perform differently, but at this point, it feels like Jimmy is,
Give him time. I think we're pretty much we're all running really just too serious to the conclusion. It's week 1. For sure. Week 1 of a season that didn't have a normal preseason, so we probably should
his deep ball
pump the brake a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I wish they had just gotten that damn field goal at the 1 yard line.
Oh, they had several chances.
Wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. The 1 yard line could have got that touchdown, punched that in. Mitch Wish getting his kick blocked. What did you start getting your kicks blocked? You're the guy who can run away from that and kick the balls. Anyway, it's too late. Casey, we got to go.
Honestly, Ronbo, too, like I really feel like they could just not throw a pass until like November, and they would probably still make the playoffs. But like, they just
no, you ain't gonna win no games like that. But we'll see. Let's see what happens.
Well, I mean, Raheem Mostert is just the fastest man alive, Ronbo. Did you know how fast he is, man?
Let's wait till week 3 before we just throw Jimmy completely in the garbage. I think things will improve, especially after this humiliation. Yeah. You'll see a better team next week. Yeah. I think. All right, in case we got to go, though, fam. Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow, huh?
Sounds good, Ronbo. Take it easy.
All right, you too. Oh, man. Hey, let's see. Hey, Jack. Can it be Jack?
Was that badass or what, baby, huh?
Jack's got a new speaker system.
I was on the edge of my seat for the first time since we drafted Javon Kinlaw, huh?
Jack's not happy with somebody. Oh, Jack.
No. I was on the edge of my seat. That was an amazing game, man. Can you hear me?
Yes, in fact, better than usual. Go ahead.
Man, that was amazing. I had such a great time. But right then, right at the goal line on 4th down, that we could not punch that in. I knew it was our ass that time today. You know what I'm saying? It was just, oh man, it was one of them nights, fellas.
Yep.
I want everybody to know, man, we got 2 hogs coming in Ayuk and Samuels. Kittle, he's a little banged up, but it's gonna be a hell of a season. I'm telling you, we, like you said, man, we needed this ass whooping early on.
Hey, Tammy, I'm not making any excuses. They sucked. I can't make it any more clear than that. I said they sucked. No excuses. We should have scored, though, on the 1 yard line. But go ahead, Jack.
But hey, man, it was a good game. There were up and downs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jimmy G should have done this, and we could point the fingers at so many people. Kyle Shanahan should have called this. Robert Saleh. But man, we need a lockdown corner, and I hope Verrett comes off of the IR soon because we need his ass. And I said this in February. I'm not gonna do that recording stuff no more. But I said, hey, Ronbo, how would you like to trade the 1st round pick for DeAndre Hopkins? And you was like, man, I'd probably do that. EZ goes up and does, and now they're bullying us. You know what I'm saying? And Metcalf is looking good.
Hopkins
over there.
Yes.
I'll tell you something, man. Mosley is good. Mosley's good, but he's not elite. Obviously he's not elite. And if we got some big boys in our divisions. So we need to figure some stuff out. I was also looking for Spoon, like y'all was saying, but man, a great game anyways. I can't wait for the Jets. We're gonna whoop that ass, and we're gonna remount off of this, and we're gonna go back and whoop the ass.
If they play like they did today, I don't know. I hope so. What I'm really hoping is, because I don't care what anybody says, the 49ers are not as bad as they look today. I don't know what that was or who those people were. But next week, they better look a little bit more like the team we remember from last season, or they'll get beat by the Jets, because they look vulnerable. They were out there missing tackles. Jimmy can't find his receivers. And Solomon T is not DeForest Buckner. So we got some things that are of concern. I don't know how they're going to – Jack, how do they fix this is what I'm really worried about. And George Kittle's got to come back.
That Arizona head coach, man, that's a smooth operator. I give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Cushenberry, he's not bad because he knew last year we had problems with Kyler Murray, but now he throws in Hopkins. Oh shit, it's double the trouble. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, which way are you going? He got the running lane. He got all this stuff going on, and man, we gotta step up our game. We were whooping their ass. It should have been 17-0, man. But that block punt, the 4th and 1, shit happened for a reason. Maybe we need this, but I promise you, when we get our wide receivers back, You know what I'm saying? And George Kittle, we hope he's not hurt. I promise you, we're gonna just open this playbook up like it should be, you know. But it's laid out here, as you know, and I'm listening in. Your boy Jack is back as usual. Start of the season, I'm predicting a nice win streak. I don't know how much, 5 wins, 6 wins, but we're gonna go on a win streak now. You guys watch.
There you go.
Kyle Shanahan's pissed off, just like he was after the second Super Bowl loss, and we're gonna come back and get that ass next week. All right, love y'all, and let's keep it moving.
Thanks, Jack. Good stuff, fam. Look forward to hearing from you later.
Shout out to Norm. Shout out to my boy from 209. Shout out to Norm, baby.
Hey, what's up, Norm? Oh, God. Well, we better, 49ers better come in loaded for bear next week. That was strange. A lot. I still never got Mitch Wicks. You've seen him in promos. I mean, not promos, but highlight reels. If you run at him, he sees you. Mitch will just step away to the left or the right, and he'll punt the ball. Mitch stood there and kicked him right into the finish. Wow, what is wrong with us today? Hey, Norm, you got no audio from what I'm understanding. Norm, you got to push a couple more buttons. So, Norm, go ahead and figure that out. Norm, you got it? Norm's got a freeze frame, too. All right. Let's go. K-Boy. Norm, we'll come back to you. K-Boy. K-Boy.
Hello, can you hear me, Ronbo?
I can hear you now. What's up?
Oh, okay. What's going on? Ronbo?
I get beat up, embarrassed,
man, you telling
shamed.
me.
God.
Man, I can't believe, like I was telling you on Friday, man, this is the team it's just something about, it's certain teams that match up good against your team, and Arizona that's just what they are to us.
God.
Like I said, we lucky we won 2 games from them last year after losing to them 4 or 5 straight years.
When barely won those games.
When they had exactly. And you got a dude like Kyler Murray is a gamer, and you got him an elite wide receiver in Hopkins. It's writing on the wall almost. Because one thing I hate about us, is, and I saw this last year, we play down to our competition. If we play somebody good, we play good.
That's true.
If we play somebody that's not on our level, we play down to their level. And that's one thing I hate about our team.
You play Green Bay and Minnesota. Oh, you just beat their brains out. Then we play team. God.
We played against the Saints last year, had a shootout with them. We know we got a high-powered offense.
Yeah. Oh,
exactly. And I just don't understand it.
Raising hell. They ain't making no mistakes.
Man, we are such a bipolar type team when it comes to that, and I love Shanahan. I love his play calling, but the one thing I hate about his play calling is he tries to set up his scheme in the first half. And I just go out there and go. And don't set up. He tried to set it up so he can punish people in the second half. And that's one thing I do not like about his play calling is that one thing he tried to set up his scheme to get their defense confused for the rest of the game. And I just don't like that because it's slow paced to me. I know we can go out there and go first, second, third drives and have 21 points on the board before halftime.
Well,
that's one thing I hate about it.
But you see, what he's doing when he's doing that, he's feeling the defense out to see where they're vulnerable. Today, they weren't really vulnerable, and they picked up them 2 dudes from Detroit and that other one from Buffalo. They made a difference today. The Cardinals actually had a pass rush. They were all over Jimmy's ass. You know what? And we didn't see that last year.
Yeah, that's true, but we were stagnant on offense out of the first 6 or 7 minutes of the game. We were just stagnant. And once they figured out that Bourne was the only kind of real wide receiver we had, they started doubling on our tight ends and on the people in the backfield.
Yep.
And I just hope we come back. I hope our wide receivers get well soon because that's going to be the game plan for the Jets, for New York, all them until they prove.
Everybody's going to do that, K-Boy. Everybody's going to do the same thing. Exactly.
Into the wide receivers, and Jimmy proved them wrong. And y'all got to play us straight up. Y'all cannot double team, and that's going to be the key for the first part of the season.
We're going to take George Kittle away from him and make the rest of those guys beat us. And that is bad news, especially right now.
It is.
Wow. Boy, I'd have a talk with Dante Pettis and Trent Taylor.
I know.
Trent, you got to get up, man.
He tried to be my new Solomon Thomas on the real. I mean, I don't got nothing
He's
bad to say about Thomas. I mean, he's going to go on top of the list.
Okay, well, he's been right there. Him and Solomon T been roommates for the last 2 years.
Man, maybe some of the teams rubbing off his mediocrity towards him. I don't know. It is. But I'm gonna make one more point.
Real quick, because we only got 30 seconds.
All right. Defense wise, change up. When you got a running quarterback, we do not need to play zone. We need to play man to man and spy the quarterback. That killed us again last year. When you see something, make adjustments. I mean, you just cannot play zone all game, and we need to blitz more. Even though we got pressure up, we still need to blitz a little bit just to mix it up. But that's the only thing. Them my only 2 points, man. I see y'all later. Niners faithful, all day, every day. So I'll holler at you tomorrow on Raw.
Looking forward, fam. You have a good night. It'll get better.
You too. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It will.
All right. And Norm needs to join audio. Norm, I gotta tell you, it's fun watching you on that screen and watching your lips working, but no sound. Norm. Does Norm know we're talking to him? Norm's fixing his hair. Norm, you got no audio, fam. Although it seems like a low volume level. Hey, Daryl.
Hey, what's up, man?
Daryl, we ain't up. We just got a whooping, and it was an unnecessary whooping. As when you get to the 1 yard line and get stopped, that's bad news. And when your quarterback, for some reason, he's been working receivers for weeks, he just can't get in the groove with them. I said, and the defense decided today was the day we ain't gonna tackle like we used to. Okay, and somebody do something with Kyler Murray, we cannot. Nobody stop D-Hop. Ain't nobody stopping D-Hop. That's D-Hop. So it was bad. I mean, we got beat up. Score wasn't anywhere close to what that beating was really like. We got beat up worse than that score. But what are you thinking?
Really, I said last year or during the offseason when they traded away DeForest Buckner, I said that I hope that move doesn't come back to haunt us. Ooh. And I really think it does. He's very key to what we did on defense. Everyone looked at Nick Bosa last year, but it was the interior pressure and the ability to be able to pass rush from the defensive inside that DeForest Buckner was able to do that allowed those guys on the edge to kind of do what they did. I said what I would have done, and I've still said it, I would have let Armstead walk, and I would have given that money to Buckner because he's so key to what we do. And then we ended up drafting a kid that's not even ready to play right now.
Oh, he's so
far. I think they just made a lot of bad moves on that particular end trying to save money. And sometimes you end up getting what you pay for. And on the other end, we have Jimmy G, who we're playing to be an all-pro quarterback who's still making some of these head-scratching plays. I understand the offensive line is not 100%. I'm tired of Richburg stealing money, being injured every single year. I'm tired of the right guard still being a place where we're still having big issues. But he has to make some better throws than that. And on that last drive was indicative his entire day. You look at that throw to Kendrick Bourne, he had him in the end zone. If he threw it on time, that's a touchdown, game-saving play. That's the same type of play that he made in the Super Bowl when he overthrew the wide receiver. And even on the 4th and 5 play where he had our guy open in the flat, he could have hit that if he would have just hit it on time. But we have to do something with these receivers because they're going to take away George Kittle, and he ended up having a bad throw again today and almost got Kittle with a torn ACL today by having a bad throw. He has to do a better job.
His main thing, the ball sails on him. What is he doing? I blame the coaching staff for that too. If you see him out there and that ball sailing on him, let's come over here. Let's see your technique. Let me see your arm. Let me see your grip. Tell me, find out what is wrong. Don't let him do it every week. That is really burning me up.
Yeah, and Shanahan, for whatever reason, he just wasn't calling the good game like he normally does today. I think he was trying to do some things to try to scheme things open that they just weren't working. Yeah. They took away Kittle and said, beat us on the ends. You cannot do it. Kendrick Bourne, even though he makes all these great, off-season Instagram videos and he does great work, he's still no better than a number 3 receiver, and he has to start, you're in trouble. And that's where we are right now. If we don't get these guys back and healthy, we're in trouble. You'll start out in the first quarter 0-4 or 0-3 or 1-3 or whatever. You're going to put yourself in a big hole because the way Seattle looked today, to the way Arizona has improved as a team, and even the way that the Rams are probably going to improve this year.
See.
We cannot afford to drop games.
Yeah, but you know what, though? I tell you, though, don't worry about the Seahawks do this every year. The Seahawks are a regular season team. That's what they're going to do. They're going to look like Super Bowl contenders until about week 12. And then all of a sudden you'll notice as they're 9-2 or 9-3, all of a sudden they're starting to look normal, you know. So the Hawks, they do this every year. So the 49ers just got to get back on the horse. Now, what I seen today with Jimmy G being late on throws, these are weird things. He was never just fantastic, but today he really looked bad. I mean, more so than usual. So I think they can adjust that.
Yeah, and I saw some of these things, and I'm getting ready to go, but I saw some of these things even last year late in the season. I saw the game that we played against the Rams late in the season. If you remember, we kept being susceptible to the play-action bootleg. I mean, the Rams almost beat us just off of that play-action bootleg all game long.
And Jared Goff is not a scrambler.
And there's certain things that are going on in that team that that teams are starting to figure out. And today, Kyler Murray was able to kind of do that as well. There's certain things that are going on in that scheme. They're going to have to really do some revamping and kind of touch that scheme up because some teams are starting to find some holes, and exposure will start to happen. We've seen it in the Super Bowl. We saw it in that game against the Rams last year. I even saw it when we won that hard-fought game against Seattle. There were some holes there. We have to do some things to shore up those holes, and we really got to get back to nine football. Or we're all going to have.
We're going to be in trouble because I don't want to see no 1-3 or 0-4. I tell you what, fam, we got to go, Gerald. We're going to keep it short and sweet tonight, or short and nasty. So I'll see you tomorrow if you get a chance, will you?
I'll be there tomorrow.
All right, looking for you. Have a good night. It's funny. Tonight we're just going over the game. Now tomorrow it's like roast, right? Trey from VA and people like that are very impolite. Can come in and tell you how bad this game was. No cute and cuddly. This is bad. That was awful. Forget about it. I wish we could forget about it. Niner Mike. Oh.
Holy shit, Ronbo. What
they
the hell
suck.
was that, Ronbo? What was that?
I have no idea. I did not expect that. I mean, come on, guys. Are you serious?
Listen, Ronbo. I'm going to just say it plain and simple because I don't got no other way to say it. But we have ourselves a little bit of a problem, Ronbo. And if, Kyle Shanahan, he's a patient guy, but I know he's not much more patient than me. And I got to tell you, I don't give a shit who we have in there as a friggin' wide receiver. All right, I'm expecting to see more from Jimmy G in his third year in the offense. I really am, and I know Kyle had said that. I think it was a week or so ago. Ronbo, he said something about that. They interviewed him. He said he was expecting to see a big jump. And I just didn't see it today. And I really do. I want to fucking forget about it. But let me tell you, I have a hard time. He looked like a friggin' statue in there, Ronbo. He looked like a friggin' statue. And it's not the Jimmy G that came before the contract. It just don't look like the same guy.
Hey, but Mike, do you remember Jimmy G was not made to stand there and do that? I don't know why Kyle has a thing against play action and rolling out and bootlegs. Jimmy's percentages on those kind of throws is really high because he's not under duress and he can get away.
Here's the thing, though. That's the thing, though. But that's not really Kyle's offense, though. I mean, he does that. That's
all they did in Atlanta.
That's an easy way. It's an easy way, Ronbo, for him to do that with quarterbacks that really aren't comfortable in the offense. You got to remember. You remember how Matt Ryan looked in his second or third year over there in Atlanta with him?
Second year.
He had an MVP year, Ronbo. MVP year.
Yeah, but look who he had.
And because he wasn't. I understand that. I get it, and I understand that the different teams and all that. But today it was evident on multiple occasions, Ronbo. I mean, how the hell do you miss Ronbo like that? I mean, KB like that. How do you miss him like that in the back of the end zone? How do you miss Kyle Juszczyk coming across the middle? The friggin' play is designed to go to him. Yeah. I mean, how do you miss that? I don't get it. I don't know how you miss that. I really don't. It frustrates the shit out of me, Ronbo, because I don't know how you miss stuff like that when you've been in the offense now for 3 years. You're supposed to stand back and go through your progressions like water. Like water, Ronbo. You're supposed to be able to sit there and go boom, 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 and know who you're going through. Get the ball out. Gone. And I don't want to hear that the receivers weren't getting open. I seen KB get open several times myself. Taylor was open on that last 4th down play, but he threw the friggin' ball friggin' late. The ball, he threw it way after the guy's break. My friggin' grandmother could have got there and broke on the friggin' ball to break that up, for Christ's sake. She could have jumped out of a wheelchair and broke that up because of how late he threw it. And you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't look like a first-year quarterback in a third year in a scheme, Ronbo. You can't. That spells trouble. That spells trouble because you got to be able. Teams are looking at us. We're the NFC champs. They're looking at us. They're going to give us their best shot. They're going to try to adjust the same way that the Cardinals adjusted today. Listen, the Cardinals were no friggin' different today than they were last year, Ron, but they really weren't. You know what the difference was? The difference was when Kyler Murray couldn't make it happen with his legs scrambling around, he had a reliable receiver, Mr. Hopkins, who happened to be there to bail him out in the times that he couldn't do it with his legs. And that's exactly what they did last year, Ronbo. He would run around like a little rat, like a little mouse, like a friggin' chicken, just running around. But he didn't have a Hopkins to bail him out. Today he had a Hopkins to bail him out, and that's what happened.
And that's why they're gonna beat a lot of teams this year. I had a feeling D-Hop may be all they needed. I didn't know they were gonna get together so well so soon. Shoot, day one, D-Hop.
I really don't. I really don't, though, Ronbo. I really don't. I don't think they're that good of a team. But listen, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. I know you got other people that you're trying to get on, but oh, holy shit! I wish I could
know how you feel. Believe me, I know exactly how you feel. It's annoying.
I love. Well, we'll get it back. I never thought I'd say that, but thank God we're going back to New York. We're gonna go. We're gonna go back to New York, Ronbo. Yes. Oh man! All right. You take it easy, Ronbo. Have a good night. All right.
You too, Ladder Mike. You too. Look at all right. All right, fam. Night. Good. And G.I. Jones, thanks, fam, for that contribution. He says, didn't we start off later than everyone else due to the city? Well, that's a good point. But G.I. Jones, we still didn't have to look that sorry. They really look sorry today. I didn't know who they were at one point. I said, who is this? Man, these guys. George Kittle, after the first half, he was done because they double-teamed him. And then the rest of the guys couldn't pick up the slack. I said, oh, my God. He said, also, we straight up brought a knife to a gunfight. Arizona had way more weapons, and they used them, too. We still didn't use our weapons properly. And Jimmy's out there throwing ducks. I don't know what's going on with that. 602 AZ.
Hello?
Yes. And it was this.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
This is Denise.
Denise? Did you say
yes,
Denise?
Yes, Ronbo.
Denise, I remember this
Denise.
name. Denise, when's the last time we talked? It's been a long time, hasn't it?
It's been a very long time.
Yeah.
I am a long-time listener. I love your show. I think you're phenomenal. You're my favorite host. I love you to death. So I wanted to start by saying that. Next, I want to say, who the hell was playing today? Because it wasn't us. No. I don't know who showed up, but it wasn't our team.
Oh, so true,
I think we got kidnapped by aliens or something.
And they dropped off what? These guys? Who are they? I agree. That was terrible. I mean, really bad.
Oh my God! I was like, okay. I was supposed to go to Santa Clara over the weekend and take pictures and stuff, but the fires were so bad. My husband was like, "We can't go. Whatever. It's too bad. Ash is falling from the sky."
It was terrible.
But anyways, everybody's blaming Jimmy, and yes, I agree with the whole panel. Jimmy sucked today, but I'm sorry, it's not just Jimmy's fault. Special teams sucked. The defense sucked.
Yep.
The O-line sucked.
Yep.
Our linebackers sucked. Our secondary sucked. Like, the whole team. Like, Kyle Shanahan sucked. I was like, who kidnapped Kyle Shanahan?
Good call, Denise. Kyle was – what was wrong with him, too? They were all – Robert Saleh, they didn't want to make any adjustments. Kyler Murray was doing whatever he wanted to do, Denise.
Oh, my God.
And we had no answer.
Kyler Murray was running around like a wild squirrel with his hair on fire. I don't understand.
And D. Hopkins, we didn't try to scheme or double team him. We didn't try to do anything about it. It was a tag team. It was like something in WWE. When Kyler Murray, he would tag team D. Hop, and D. Hop would tag team him, and they would just beat us up. Oh, and
I was yelling at the TV the whole time, and my husband's like, you need to calm down. You're going to have a heart attack. I was like, he's like, you need to calm down. He's like, I don't understand why you're so upset. It's the first game of the season. I go, I'm upset because I don't even know who's on the field right now. That's why I'm upset.
We've seen him play better football than that, Denise. We have a right to be upset. That's not the 49ers. That was a shell of the 49ers. They look completely confused. We didn't have a pass. We didn't have any sacks. Denise, we had one sack, and that was an accident.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. And then, I'm sorry, Kyler Murray had more rushing yards than his running backs because we were allowing Kyler Murray to run around the field like it was like, oh, there goes Kyler Murray, and the defense is like, hey, what's up, buddy? Go ahead, run right by me. I don't mind. Go score.
Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah. And we have all the respect for you in the world, Kyler. We think you're an awesome quarterback. Whenever you want to do that, let us know. We'll stand out, move out of the way. You know?
Yes. I'm like, okay, okay, I agree. Like I said, Jimmy had a horrible game. God help him. I hope he plays way better because if he doesn't, God, this is going to be a long, bad season if he doesn't step up.
I agree. You know, Denise, we might be lucky. You know why? It's first week. First game, we're 0-1. Okay. We were not going to go 16-0 anyway. And I don't want to see 2 losses in a row. But there was a lot of teachable moments in that. And I guarantee you from playing this game, the film room hour is going to be one of the worst. You're not going to hear, you can hear a pin drop in that move. I mean, and guys going to be sitting there looking at each other and shaking their heads saying, all right, yeah, that was me.
And I agree with everybody.
That was me all session long.
Like Kendrick Bourne was open on numerous plays, and Jimmy didn't throw to him. I'm like, hello, KB's right there, wide open. But go ahead, don't throw it to him. No. Let's check it down to the person who's shorter and can't catch the ball. I'm like, oh my God. I can't believe it. Oh my God. Like I said, I normally just listen and don't call in. I had to call in because I couldn't even contain myself. I was so mad. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm watching this.
Anytime you want to let it out, you just call right on there. But I guarantee you, there'll be no fruit cup for Jimmy tonight. He blew this, and he blew it too many times. But not only Jimmy, he's got a bunch of guys. I'm putting them all in the same room, and you guys get dinner and go straight to bed. That was just awful. You know, that's really...
And Kyle Shanahan needs to be in the same doghouse with all those players because sorry, everyone can blame Jimmy.
Like it is. Oh, gosh.
Kyle Shanahan, I'm sorry. Jimmy was literally standing around like a statue. Jimmy did not start running out of the pocket until the fourth quarter. I was like, Jimmy,
late.
What the hell took you so long?
He probably did that on his own. Kyle probably didn't appreciate it. Denise, good stuff. Don't wait so long to get back in here, Denise. Good to hear from you again. I tell you, I remember you from a long time because I remember the name Denise. But anyway, we're going to go. I'll see you tomorrow if you get a chance and feel like you want to vent. We're here for you, okay?
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. You have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, God. This is a game we didn't need. If you're going to lose with some honor, right? We lose like a bunch of chumps. Mark says, Jimmy throws late because he's scared of mistakes. I hope that is not the case. If he starts pressing because all the ridicule he's getting, and I know he's hearing it, if he starts pressing to impress people, yeah, he's ruined. He's ruined. He would be ruined. Hey, Derek.
Ronbo, give me 1 sec. I'm here.
All right. And
Hello?
Yo, Derek, come on in, man.
Hey, I'm here, man. I had it on speaker. I wanted to turn that off.
Cool. Appreciate that, too, because it always echoes. But, Derek, as you know, we're going over what we call I guess that was the game. I don't know what the 49ers are doing, but they certainly weren't reminding anybody of the 2019 49ers. And even if we had guys out, they always played harder than that. Even when we had guys out, we played better than this. Where was Eric Armstead? Solomon T.
Yeah.
And don't even get me started on D Ford. I mean, you know what? I'm going to give D Ford gosh, next week. If D Ford does the same Invisible Man act, I'm telling you right now, D is overpaid.
Yeah, that's why they took some off of his contract. But Ronbo, some of the calls, obviously, I don't want to start with officiating, but first and foremost, shout out to the faithful. Shout out to you, Ronbo. Thank you for what you do.
Thanks, fam.
Everybody, let's relax, man.
I know we do.
We need
It's
to treat
week
this game like week one, we didn't practice any tackling, and Kyler Murray's probably the worst quarterback on the schedule to have this circumstance.
True.
You see what he was doing? He was doing. Think about it. We haven't even practiced tackling in camp. No preseason. People are wondering what's wrong with Jimmy. It wasn't just Jimmy. You know, I mean, it was a lot of everything. And the call, the moment that I lost it was the Kerry Hyder when he basically dove over Kyler Murray and skimmed him, and they called it through a damn flag. I'm sorry. Okay. I was like,
twice.
When you're doing a somersault over somebody.
Derek, twice he got that call. What are you going to do? They're running at high speed. What, are you going to put the brakes in the air? Like, this is not a cartoon. People can just freeze in midair. Oh, come on, ref.
You gotta take this one with a grain of salt, everybody. I mean, there was no preseason. I mean, and look how Jimmy performed last year in his preseason. He went out there, threw all his INTs, and then he came in and won games for us. So let's not just don't throw everybody away. Everybody, just pump the brakes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and then you're missing probably his two favorite targets, Debo. Kittle went out. Basically, I think the Cardinals realized that Kittle he was just a decoy after he came back until they figure out what's going on with his leg. Because it looked hyperextended. I thought the shit was going to break, Ronbo.
No, the ankle. The ankle. He sprained that ankle, not over. Usually you roll your ankle over to the outside.
Well, his knee bent backwards when Buddha fell on. Same thing that happened last year. Actually, I think it's the same thing. Buddha ran into his leg last year. This time he landed on it. Yeah, I think so. Hell yeah. But it's week one, Ronbo. I had to get in here, man. I've been talking to some of my buddies and stuff, other 49er fans.
Oh yeah, well it's good. Other 49er fans. Like, you don't have to put up with guys like Joseph Smiley and Patrick Mahomes and some of those other comedians running around in here from other teams. This is their week. We lost, and here they are rolling around like the roaches and rats that they are when they leave food out overnight. But that's okay.
Rombo, just remember. I just wanted to let you know. I don't mean to cut you off, Rombo, but just remember the season is long. Everybody, it's more than 1 week.
15 more weeks. That's right.
Yeah, exactly. Just relax. We're missing guys, key guys. It's not like we were missing and get that guy Dante Johnson out of here. Did you see him? He got pushed right in the midst with Dowski, and he's way back there. I'm like, what the hell is that?
I mean,
I've never seen. I mean, Derek, went right through him like water.
Derek, I'm telling you right now, if I was in charge of personnel, I'd have been waiting for him up at the locker room. Dante, I need to talk to you a minute. All right.
Oh yeah.
Here you go. I'm gonna go ahead and sign right there. What's up? Yeah, I'm giving you a release today. I ain't never seen nobody play football that bad at this level. All right, listen, you pick up your stuff, and we'll clean out your locker, send the rest to you. I just want you to get the hell up out of here right now. You know what? And listen, we're not calling you like we do every year. That's it. You ain't got no better since night. I can see me and Dante, they got separated, me and Dante in the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, they just told him to wait outside, Ronbo, after that.
Oh,
you just stay outside. We'll talk to you when we get out there. Wait in the parking lot.
Derek, we gotta go though.
I mean, yeah. All right, Ronbo, have a good night, man. I just want to get in and tell everybody just relax.
Yeah,
have a good night, Ronbo.
You too, fam. Thanks for getting in here.
All right. Yeah, man.
And Mooch 20. Mooch 2021. Is it? Mooch, your name has got me making me crazy, man. I love the way you put them letters, man. Thanks for that contribution too, Mooch. Appreciate that, fam. Let's see if Norm's got some audio now, because I would love to hear from Norm. Uh-oh, Norm. It froze on you again. I've never seen, Norm, you know what? I've never seen Zoom to freeze. You must be in a zone where something's blocking your signal. Norm? Wait, I hear something. Oh, it's Trez. And one half of the founding members of, the founding chairman of TNT. He is Trez. Trez, come on in here.
Hold up, wait a minute, Ronbo, put some red and gold all around it up in it.
Spring, the sparkles fly through the air. We go get better, 'cause we can't get no worse than today. Trez left a note on the chat, made me laugh so hard. Rumbo, we just standing around here. How'd you put it, Trez? We just standing around here waiting for him to beat us.
Waiting for them to beat us. That's what we were doing.
And they did.
And it happened, didn't it?
Yes.
I told you. And I told you. Because that's what we were playing like. We were standing around waiting on them to beat us. Come on,
we
now.
weren't serious.
Come on, y'all. Get started. Come on, beat us.
Trez looked serious one time, maybe two times the whole game long. That when they got scored on and got behind, they came back downfield and launched an offensive that we've seen before. They looked like they knew what they was doing.
Yeah.
That was only it.
Yeah.
And then one other time, at the beginning of the game, that's it.
I got a lot to get to, Rumbo, and I'm going to try to do it real quick. First and foremost, shout out to the TNT family. First and foremost, shout out to you, Rumbo, for all of what you do for us, okay?
Thanks.
Let's jump to it, Rumbo. Key points. 4th down and 1. Jeff Wilson all day long. What are we doing now? What are we doing? Jeff Wilson. This is a no-brainer. Kyle Shanahan.
That's what he does.
Get your act together. Kyle Shanahan, get your act together. Okay, bad call. Bad play scheming. Okay, this is what he did all last year for us. Now you want to go and get cute. Remember what I told you about Kyle getting cute? Remember what I told you? He loves to get cute. You know, he want to switch things up. Oh, you know, yeah, we catch him like this. That shit don't work. Stay with what works, Kyle. Okay? Secondly, you got Dante Johnson, okay, plugging up the middle on a punt. Hold on, my bro. Let me get this straight. Every time you've ever seen a punt, it's usually a fullback sitting in there, or a tight end sitting
somebody
in
with some meat.
That spot right there to plug with some meat, right? Wide body, right? Again, F, special teams today. Get an F. I don't understand that. Why you got a $180 guy sitting in the damn hole when you know ain't nothing but some meat coming up?
Hello?
Made no sense at all. None. Who was that said hello?
Yeah, I don't know. Please hold. We'll get back to you. Go ahead, Trez.
Okay, yeah. And getting back, red zone. Horrible. Horrible in the red zone today. I mean, F all the way around.
Yep.
Armstead, can anybody tell me, was he on the field today?
Somebody asked about him. That's the only reason why I remembered. Somebody says, "Where's Armstead?" I said, "You know what? That's a good point."
Can we put all points bulletin for missing our defense on the milk carton bottle, please? Somebody put us on the milk carton bottle. We missing our defense, our whole defense entirely, because it don't make no sense. Rumbo, this same thing.
We got 4 poster children. You're right. And D Ford,
this same thing happened to us, if you remember, when we played Deshaun Watkins and them Texans, when Hopkins single-handedly beat us that time, remember? It was Deshaun and Hopkins show. You remember that? Remember that? Same situation. Same thing. Kyle Shanahan
and Dante Johnson, the other character involved.
Look, for everybody who sit here tonight said, relax, don't worry about it, it's the first game of the season, that is bullshit. Don't say that. Because I'm going to tell you why you don't say that. You don't say that because, one, this was a division game. If we were playing somebody outside of the division or just a regular team like the Jets or something, that don't come back to hurt you. But all games matter. All games matter, okay? All games. It ain't like, oh, don't worry about it. We didn't have a preseason. Hey, the other teams didn't have a preseason either. All I saw today, Ronbo, I seen a hungry team over there and a team that thought they had arrived on the other end. Oh, well, we were defending champs from last year. You think this team will come in here and lay down? Hell no, they played for 60 minutes, and they played 60 minutes strong. They came out and kicked our ass all up and down the field. They played to the whistle, to the last whistle. We did not. Bottom line, we did not. Kyle Shanahan game plan sucked all the way around. It just don't make sense. He's suspect at what he do. I keep telling everybody, quit. Don't call Kyle no genius. Quit with the genius shit. Because let me tell you something. Jimmy Garoppolo's arm is no stronger than Matt Ryan's arm. They about one and the same, if you ask me. Jimmy cannot throw that out route to save his life, Ronbo. I want everybody to go back and look at the game film. He cannot throw an out route and put a zip on. He cannot. He cannot. It usually get picked, but best calls of the night was Nina, Mike, Tony, and Denise, who just called. Shout out to Denise because I'm like her. Just to save myself tonight, Ronbo. Yeah, she was special. Just to save myself tonight, Ronbo, because it just don't make sense, man. It don't.
And Trez, this is the play that I really wish I could get a hold of Kyle, and actually, if we could get some kind of a legal documentation of some kind that make him sign it. Kyle, that shot where you send a receiver right of the scrimmage line, Jimmy actually puts his foot and points at that receiver. So if I'm on defense, I know exactly where he's going to go, and you fire the ball to the right. Or the left sometimes. And what's the defender doing? The defender said, go ahead, I dare you. 9 out of 10, that ball got picked off. Jimmy had more INTs with that since he's been with the 49ers than any other play. Boom, snap, receiver runs to the right. Jimmy turns around, he looks over there, goes over there, boom. It's either not going to work, a gain of 2 yards at most, or it's going to get picked off. Kyle, we need to get an injunction against that play. Stop it. Stop it. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Gosh.
And answer this for me, Ronbo. Why are we going to get Jordan Reed if we're not going to use him?
I have no idea.
Doesn't
That's
make
another
sense.
$600 million question.
Doesn't make sense.
2 plays.
Doesn't make sense.
2 plays.
2 plays. I mean, you got a guy you got a A+ guy tight end, and you got a B+ guy at the other tight end position, and you don't even go to him. You don't even use him. I'm like, come on, man. People saying, oh, we didn't have all our weapons. I mean, goddamn, how many weapons you got to have? Because we got beat by 1. We got beat by 1. That was DeAndre Hopkins.
Kyler Murray. We got 2. Kyler, they tag teamed. And the thing is, Trez.
Yeah, they tag teamed. Yeah.
Is it Trez? George Kittle and Jordan Reed. George was hurt. He was getting double teamed in the second half. Kyle, you allowed him to get double teamed, and you let Jordan Reed stay on the play. What are you doing? Oh, okay.
Ronbo, if I had my way right now, these 2 guys would not be on next week's plane. Okay. One, Trent Taylor would not be on that plane. Okay. And you know Pettis, he wouldn't be on that plane. I would go out this week, and I would go and get Mohamed Sanu on this team. He should have did that from the damn jump.
Man, he's still available.
He should have did that from the jump.
And look for something to happen.
He should have did that from the jump.
We're out of time, but Trez, look for something tomorrow. Look for something to happen tomorrow as far as transactions and other players. But we got to go. Let me see it tomorrow.
I mean, I'm just saying real quick, though. Yeah, but Sanu played so well in this scheme in Atlanta, man. It's just so many wrinkles you could put in with him. I just don't understand, Kyle, man. I really don't. I don't. So, but I'm going to come back with it tomorrow, too, Ronbo, because there's a lot I left on the table. You have
Monday night is raw. This is just quickies tonight, but tomorrow. All right.
Yeah, this quickies, because I'm going to really tag Kyle Shanahan tomorrow.
Yeah, no, Kyle's, okay. Yeah, Trez, have a good night, fam.
Have a good one, Ronbo.
Thanks, Trez. Yeah. Well, I tell you, boy. I know. Millionaires and billionaires, thanks, fam. Donate to Ronbo if you cannot donate. Likes are free. Thanks. Thanks, millionaire business. It's the first time I met you, fam. Thanks. Yeah. So, as I say, though, what we have to keep in mind, temper it. It's week 1. There's no need in going. I just got mad. We're going to lose it because we know how good this team is. There's no excuse for that, Dollar Bill Will. Come on, man.
Hey, Ronbo,
I know tomorrow night. Is Monday Night Raw, but tonight it's gonna be quick and raw.
You can get Raw.
It's gonna be quick and raw. Dante Johnson, the waste of talent that he is, don't need to be on no field, be on no special team, especially in that position on a punt.
Yep.
He don't need to be on the field at all. Okay. The offense. Kyle Shanahan. You down at the 1 yard line, just like the shout out to my TNT partner Trez. 1 yard line. That's Jeff Wilson all day long because he's been doing it all season long last season. You don't put him in there. Okay? You got Dante Pettis and Trent Taylor. The commentator said on the TV today, where's Dante Pettis? Where you at? Where are you? Does Jimmy G have trust in Pettis? That's what the commentator said today. Pettis and Taylor was nowhere to be found. Bourne was the receiver that needed to be relied on by Jimmy G. But Jimmy G obviously couldn't get him the football. I don't know what's wrong with his arm. I don't know what's wrong with his coordination. But Jimmy G fucked up today.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan fucked up today.
Yeah.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
You got Kittle got hit on the play, got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona picks up on it.
Mm-hmm.
They double team him, and you keep Jordan Reed on the sideline.
Yes. That's the part I like the best.
You keep.
What are you doing, Kyle? Your receivers aren't getting it done. Get Jordan in the game. That's why we brought him over here. Oh, man.
You know, and Kyle Shanahan out there running a preseason playbook.
I know that. It looked like it, didn't it? Yes.
It was a preseason playbook. This is week 1 of the regular season NFL. This is not week 1 of the preseason game. This is week 1 of the NFL regular season against a division opponent. This loss right here could determine a first-round seed.
One loss. One loss could make a difference. It was last year. Yes. Don't be, man. When?
And then the defense. You got your defense. Okay. Why in the hell is Hyder on the field more than D Ford? D Ford, where you at? Did you fuck up your knee again? Where he at? He wasn't even on the field most of the game.
That's the question. D Ford, what's wrong with you now?
I saw Hyder I seen Hyder rushing all game long. You only saw a sprinkle of D Ford. Where he at? Kyler running all over the field. We ain't found nothing to stop that yet. I'm so sick and tired of this running this defense, and we can't stop more of a quarterback. It's got to be a way. It's got to be a way.
It better be, because
we ain't doing that.
Will, I promise you, when we play the Jets, Sam Darnold is going to do the same. He's going to try to do the same thing. Every quarterback now run on the 49ers. Quarterback, all he's got to do is run. And it blows them away. They can't deal with it. Oh, my God.
I understand that, but Kyler Murray is way faster than Darnold. So,
remember Jared Goff ran on us last year, too.
Yeah, our kryptonite is quarterbacks with speed. But, you know what I'm saying? But this don't make no sense. I mean, it was a whole, as a team, we fucked up today. D-Hop beat us by his damn self.
No, Murray helped him.
And let me tell you something. We're Murray. But, Cardinals went out and did what they had to do to make that team better.
Yep.
Ronbo, let me tell you something. You know what Seattle did today with Jamal Adams? Let me tell you something, Ronbo. Stats on Jamal Adams. First half of the Seahawks and Atlanta game, he had 7 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, and a sack in the first half game.
Mm-hmm.
First half of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm sick and tired of this cap stuff, this cap money. Rams extended Cooper Kupp and somebody else that had no money extended somebody and gave all them money, and we know they ain't got money. So I don't want to hear nothing about this cap stuff.
Yeah, no,
if we gotta spend some money to get some players on this team, then we need to go ahead and do it. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, Ronbo. You get Juwan Jennings off that damn practice squad. You replace him with Pettis, and at least try Kevin White and put him on here and get Taylor off the field, because they ain't coming through. They will not come through for this football team.
Damn.
And I'm telling you that right now, Ronbo. They are not coming through for this football
We'll
team.
save some for tomorrow because we're out of time. But, I agree with every last thing you said. I've had it with some of the things I've said, and this goes back more than just this game 1. This is from last year. I'm willing to give Trent Taylor a few more minutes because he ain't played in a couple of years. But everybody else out there, Dante, him and Johnson, boy. All right, well, let's get back together tomorrow, okay?
I'm just saying, all right, Ronbo, but I know everybody's saying this is just one game, but this was a divisional game. This is what we're not understanding. This was a divisional game.
Yes.
This was a game that we had to win.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is, Ronbo. I hope they figure out something. I hope Kyle dig in his nut and see if he can do something, make some adjustments or something. Because we can't be like no Cowboys and get whooped up by the Jets up there in New York. We can't do that. We cannot do that.
That's anything. All right, Will.
All right, Ron.
All right, fam.
I'm gone,
Have a
man.
good night.
No shout out to me, man. Shout out to you, Ron, but that's it. No shout out tonight. I'm pissed off. All
Thanks,
right,
fam. I hear you. Night, Will. Oh, God. And even if you try to control your anger, it just makes you more crazy. Area code is 720. Hello.
Oh, yes. Yeah, can you hear me, Ronbo?
Yeah, who is this?
This is Mr. Lucas. Been a while.
Mr. Lucas.
But,
hi, Mr. Lucas.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember me a while back, but
nobody's ever.
Charles,
nobody's ever called themselves Mr. I like that, Mr. Lucas. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, that was just my name on. That was just my name on YouTube. But my actual name's Charles, but I go by Chuck, whichever one.
Mr. Lucas is cool. Charles, Mr. Lucas. All right. But what's on your mind tonight? I know this game is every bit as frustrating for you as it is the rest of us. But what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm just frustrated, man. Like, in my opinion, like there's no excuses for the things we saw, and I don't want to put all the blame on Jimmy G, but I mean,
no, it's not.
You shouldn't have.
He gets his share.
You shouldn't be holding on to the ball like that. Yeah, and you shouldn't be taking sacks. You should be throwing the ball away.
And better accuracy, please. Yes.
Yeah, better accuracy, so there's no excuse, in my opinion, on that. I mean, it's not as if we're starting over with an entire new core everywhere. I know we lost some guys like Sanders and Staley, but, and I know we have injuries and stuff too. But, I mean, in my opinion, it looks like, during training camp that we're just sitting down watching TV or something.
It did, didn't it? Like they had no practice at all this week.
Yeah, and but my big gripe, and I'll try to make it quick, is actually with the defense. We had no pass rush. I mean, from what I saw, it was very lackluster. It looks like D Ford's hurt again. I mean, I saw him limping around and just half-assing it.
See, I didn't see that. All I could see was red the whole game, and it wasn't Niner red. It was blood red. He was limping. You saw him limping around?
Yeah, he was looking down at his left knee, and he was just kind of like half-assing and kind of limping and not really even
somebody
trying.
Somebody said something about that in the chat. So he is hurt.
Yeah.
And somebody said, if he's hurt, we got to move on. Oh, D.
Yeah. So it looked like he was injured or shaken up in some capacity. So it was just really frustrating to see that our defense looked so confused. I mean, the players looked like they had no idea where they were supposed to be. There was times where Nick Bosa was lined up on the left side of the line, and he would run all the way to the right side of the line. They would snap it. It's like he didn't know where he was supposed to be, and it was just extremely frustrating.
I'm glad I missed that. God, Jesus.
Yeah, just extremely frustrating, man. And then that the one where DeAndre Hopkins almost scored, but he was down at like the half-yard line to the goal.
Fell on his knee. Yeah.
I mean, we had what happened with that was we had Quan Williams and Jimmy Ward were covering the same guy in man coverage. So two guys were covering one guy. And I guess I'm just shocked that would happen.
Well, we got a new secondary coach, right? So I was hoping to be a seamless transition. Him and Robert Saleh know each other. What is the problem? Why are people out there looking confused? Yeah. This reminds you of that year when that first year when Shanahan came. And they didn't know what they were doing in the secondary because what was that coach that he went to Ohio State, the secondary coach, and we were always looking like butt in the secondary until he left. And last year with Joe Woods, we looked like we finally had a plan. Now look.
Yep, exactly. So there was that, and it's just I just think it's crazy. And then DeAndre Hopkins had a career day against us, and we're supposed to be, the defending NFC champs. And, it's there's got to be something. You change something. So what they did was Mosley was manned up with him, with DeAndre Hopkins, and he was getting burnt. So then in the second half, they put Sherman over there, and Sherman got burnt even worse than Mosley was. So they put Sherman back over to the other side.
Because Sherman's playing off him. You can't play off him with that much distance. That's all Hopkins wants. And then when he gets the ball, he's going to do a number on you. Oh, man.
It's just really frustrating.
You know what? I know one thing. They better make some adjustments this week. If they go to New York and they lose like this, we'll have something to worry about. I refuse to overreact to this game, but I'm not going to take this game lightly. This was really bad. I mean, that was unlike the 49ers we know. So they took a step back. It's that kind of thing where you take the car back to the parking lot and say, I ain't, give me my money.
Yeah, and I'm trying not to overreact either. I know it is week one. I guess I just get hesitant because, if we're looking like that in week one, I mean, it makes you kind of – because it was a divisional game.
Well, that's the thing. But, Charles, we got to go. You know what? Because Monday nights when we usually fry this team like bacon. Tonight we were just supposed to quick observations, but we'll see tomorrow night if you get a chance, will you?
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Charles. And all right, now, Charles. Okay. Kyle needs. It says Michael. Hey, Michael. Thanks, fam. He says Kyle needs to just. Kyle needs to trust Jimmy. Kyle's only playing with his confidence now. Good point. You can try to muzzle Jimmy too much to the point where he loses his own character. Now he's trying too much to be That is absolutely right. Where's it? Now, Jimmy, take the leash off and design the offense for Jimmy, not Kyle. Get the play action going. Thank you. Why do you make him stand there, Kyle? Can't you see that the offensive line is not? It was breached all night. This is worse than the Super Bowl. Move him out of the pocket. I've seen him roll out. I've seen him boot. I've seen him actually play actions what he does best. No. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, Kyle. Well, Eric. By the way, Michael, thanks for that. Great observation. Thanks for that contribution. Eric Myers, I don't blame Jimmy too much. I feel like, what can you do with a crushed old line? He had no time. Cards definitely broke through instantly. I saw it. That's why when everybody starts yelling at Jimmy, I say, what would you do if you were standing there and you had a split second to make a decision? Receivers haven't finished their routes yet. He got frazzled. Although one thing about Jimmy, though, you're a pro quarterback. You are not allowed to get frazzled. If they get in on you, okay. Pick yourself up, pull yourself together, and realize you're responsible for this offense. When they come running through there next time, have something for them. But don't get frazzled. That's our contribution too, fam. Yeah, this is, hey, let's see if Norm's got some audio now. Norm, there's something. Hey, Norm, there's something going on. Every time you hit the, you ready to talk, your freeze frame. You all right now? Norm, we can hear you, though. Go ahead. Uh-oh. I really want to hear from Norm, too. Norm,
I'm all right.
Hey, Norm, go ahead, continue then.
Yeah, I'm in there.
All right.
Hold up. Hello?
I'm listening. We're listening, Norm. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. It's Niners all day. All right. And look, man, we got that preseason swag out there, man.
Oh, lack thereof.
Out there, man. We got that preseason swag out there. Raheem Mostert, though.
Norm, we got a bad connection, Norm. It doesn't seem to be working. Norm, you know what you might try? Maybe taking too much width on your system. Maybe try calling in, Norm. Just phone.
I mean, they could have snuck a pass out to keep your corner, Trent Taylor or something.
Okay. Norman, yeah, Norman's not coming through, fam. It's signal. All right. Maybe Norman can work that out. Let's see. Because it's like, yeah, it's too broken. Meanwhile, hey, Rick.
What's good, sir?
Oh, Rick.
What's good, man?
Nothing good, Rick. How you doing?
I hear a whole bunch of 40 whining. That's what I hear.
Yeah, we're
God
definitely whining
Almighty.
tonight. Oh,
God Almighty.
But Rick,
you know what I'm saying? I don't mind. Hey, look, everybody's gonna say what you call it, but look, Jimmy didn't play the best. Defense didn't play the best. But I mean, golly. I mean, I swear, like people, the way the people react, they wouldn't be able to handle our last Super Bowl champion team, '94, when we were 3-2. We got smacked. We lost to the Chiefs early, and that was Steve Young versus Joe Montana. And then we went to the Vet Stadium and played the Eagles and got absolutely smacked. It's like, dude, you understand it's a division game. It sucked, whatever. But I mean, at the same time, you have to realize we didn't have our starting center or our backup center in there in the game.
That really bugs me too.
That makes a big difference. Obviously, like other people said, we need to realize at this point, Kendrick Bourne, he's cool, but he's number 3. He's not number 2. He's number 1. As much as we like his off-season workouts and everything, he's a number 3. He's a number 3.
He's a support guy.
Yeah, and so, but at the same time, when you don't have other receivers, and I do blame Jimmy on this. Like, he was late on some of his passes. Some of the stuff he should have, and I don't think he really has a rapport with the Dante Johnson and Trent Taylor, like they said, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Dante
because
Pettis,
it's like
yeah.
it didn't. Dante Pettis, it really didn't translate. So I wouldn't definitely. I would at this point move away from them. But also on the same token, Robert Saleh, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, sir, because the thing about it is, this is not the first time we've had an issue with Kyler Murray. We had an issue with Kyler Murray last year.
I thought they had a plan.
No, and the thing about it is, people have to realize we can't be situational where, like, okay, if it's a pure pocket passer, then we're gonna smack them, whatever, somebody. Because the thing about it is, if you look back, we had a problem with Jared Goff the second time around because he kept doing a lot of rollouts.
No speed.
And he has no speed, but he kept doing a lot of rollouts. So, Robert Saleh, I'm looking at you, sir, because the thing about it is, you can't tell me you had an off season to not, and we have better personnel, whatever, and you can't tell me you don't know to put, like Kohler said before, a spy for him or whatever the case may be, and then we let D-Hop. Everybody knows D-Hop is like top 2, top 3 receiver. So
might be number 1.
Anybody, no, right? I mean, if anybody, him, Michael Thomas, Julio, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? If anybody knows, he's somebody that garners double team attention. Have somebody up front pressing him, have a safety over top, whatever the help. But you cannot just let him. Neither one of my cornerbacks, Richard Sherman, not this advanced age, and not Mosley, they're not good enough to just be like, okay, I'm gonna put you. Now, if it was Stephon Gilmore or something like that, I might be like, okay, cool, you got it. That's your assignment, whatever. But neither one of them are good enough to be like, okay, that's your guy, and with no help at all. No, we did. And the thing about it, we never adjusted to it, and we did a lot of because we actually did. Well, I think we played a lot of man because we had to play a lot of man because the thing about it is once Kyler broke through the line of scrimmage, he was running. I mean, he had lanes. I mean, it was crazy. So Kyle Shanahan, it's on you, sir, because of the fact, like you said before, once you saw that they would just pretty much say, look, George Kittle, we're double teaming him, and we don't believe you have enough in anybody else, then you were pretty much stuck. I'm mad at the I'm mad at the ref because I still do not understand, even though that ball that Jimmy threw to Kendrick Bourne in the end zone was late, I do not understand how that was not face guarding.
Oh.
He had no that. How was it? If you say it wasn't PI. It was at bare minimum face guarding. It was at bare minimum face guarding.
And then that would have put us in a position to win the game. Rick, we keep it short after the game. Tomorrow night, Raw, we can extend it. Boy, I tell you, Raw's gonna be raggedy tomorrow. So let's get to see tomorrow, okay?
But look, it's the first game, dude. We got 15 more. We're about to get on a win streak. And like you said before, there's probably gonna be some transactions because there's some players that have to go. Pettis, Dante Johnson, and Trent Taylor. Come on, Jawan Jennings. Come on back. We put you on the practice squad, but come on back, bro.
There you go.
Hey, but not a faithful, not an empire, man. We're still gonna be in it, man. We're gonna win it all. I ain't worried about it. It sucks, but I mean we'll be better.
Yeah, it can't get any worse than today. That's not 49er football. I don't know what they were doing. All right, Rick. Let's see you tomorrow, fam.
I will do.
All right.
Okay.
And hey, Daryl.
Hey, what's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, Daryl, nothing good, man. I'm telling you right now, the 49ers went out there and played something. Tiddlywinks, marbles, checkers. They was doing everything but playing football. The 49ers act like they got inspired maybe 2 times the whole night. The offense, when they scored that one TD with Jerick McKinnon, and even that wasn't 49er smooth. And the touchdown we see got on the 1-yard line is going to come back to haunt Kyle for the rest of his natural life. No matter, he can win 3 Super Bowl rings from here. It will never be forgotten on the 1-yard line. Kyle, what did you do? You have a thumper that likes to run up the middle, and you gave it to the wrong one. Why did you call Jeffrey?
True.
That's what he does. And he gave it to man.
I talked to you, I think Wednesday or Thursday. And I told you, I said, Julio Jones, Metcalf, I said, one receiver beat us. They'll let that one receiver
always one. True.
Yeah, I seen it. And today, as soon as the game come on, I said, Murray's going to scamper Hopkins. We need a cornerback.
Yeah.
Man, we need corners, man.
But where you going to get it?
We need a cornerback.
Got to wait till the draft or next year.
Man, if we have to wait till next year, man, it's teams out there, Lamar Jackson and Mahomes and them boys throwing the ball. And if it's mobile quarterbacks, they give us fits. And Charlotte didn't change a thing. A thing, man. I couldn't believe it, man. I am so disappointed right now. Yeah, but it's week 1, and, we got a long way to go. And we didn't have 2 of our receivers out there. So that lacks for the offense, but we left a lot on the plate. I mean, we left a lot on the table, man. A lot. Points. They missed 2 field goals. We gave them 7 points.
I know, right?
Man,
they played
what
bad.
was we doing?
And they played bad football too. Kyler Murray's out there throwing INTs and throwing at people's feet. But all he has to do is start running the ball, and then the 49ers couldn't do a dang thing with him. They figured that out quick too, didn't they? In the second half, Kyler, run, Kyle, run.
Yeah, just run. He was hiding behind people.
And does that really nicely too.
And then and Jimmy G, I hate to say it, man, it looked like he haven't improved.
Yeah, what's worse?
Looks the same. He hold the ball too long. He take the sack. He won't throw the ball away. He won't try to even scramble. I mean, he can't make the out throw. They scared to trust him on the D throw. I don't know. They paying Jimmy G a lot of money, man. They paying him a lot of money, man. Hopefully next week is better.
Yeah. You know what's really scary, though? Okay, if Debo doesn't come back for 3 weeks, they're going to double on George, and Kyle's going to still let Jordan Matthews sit down. Jordan, don't. Let's just not worry about this. Kyle, if you got Jordan Reed and George Kittle on the same team, why not use them to disable a defense? I really don't understand what Kyle was thinking. Maybe Jordan ain't ready yet. I don't know. I can't figure it out.
And what if Kittle don't play?
Yeah, because there is that possibility. Then he has to play Reed. Daryl, that could be a blessing in disguise. You know why? Because if George can't go next week, he has to rely on Jordan Reed. And then we can see Reed can take care of himself out there and do a good job of it. Then when Kittle comes back, if he takes a week or so off, now Kyle said, okay, so I got him up to speed. Kyle, what are you doing, man? You could have done that to the Cardinals.
What do you think about Pettis? What do you think about Pettis and
I don't know
Trent?
what to think about Pettis. Trent Taylor has been off for a while. I'm not sure what's going on with him and Jimmy. I have a feeling he's going to come around. But Dante Pettis, Pettis is, man, we need a speed guy, though.
Yeah. I don't
Kyle
see
Shanahan's offense seems to do better with a speed guy, at least one. So
Yeah, I don't see it with Pettis. I did like McKinney, though. I like McKinney today.
yeah, he looked decent for a first time after 2 years. I think he'll get better, too.
I think he'd be better if we had Debo and Ayuk and them out there to kind of spread and open the field up for him. But they knew they could key in on us. They knew they could key in. Just take Kittle away.
And make the rest of them beat us. Yeah, and they did.
Yeah. That was it.
Still could have won, though. That 1 yard line, should have been a touchdown. All right. And so
Jimmy act like he just can't throw that out ball. He's not taking off in the pocket again. He's holding the ball with 2 hands and taking the sack.
And looking timid and shy,
can't do
and it's
that.
very strange. We got to go, fam. I'm gonna see you tomorrow night on Raw because it's short tonight.
Okay.
And all right.
I'll be waiting, bro.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Good night. Oh, man. Hey, Greg.
You got me, man. What's up? Ronbo, how are you?
Greg, terrible. I mean, whoa.
Yeah.
That's not 49ers
I'm not too good
football.
either. What the hell's going on with these guys?
I don't know.
They're sleepwalking.
And why?
I don't know what the hell it is. I think it's because there's no preseason. I mean, that's one.
And they decided to have it today.
I got to say something real quick before we get into it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at these idiots, these jackasses on the feed. This jerk off, what's his name?
Mahomes?
Mahomes.
Yeah.
What's your name, you little bitch? I'm going to call him a little bitch because I'm sick and tired of these guys.
Okay,
What has he got?
listen,
Mahomes, Kermit the Frog guy, and then the other idiot,
Joseph
Smiley,
Smiley.
the jerk off that loves the Seahawks with one Super Bowl win. And
let's
the
make
other
sure
jerk that has 2, the Chiefs been around since, 1940, and they got 2 Super Bowls, and he's on our site trolling us with 5 championships. I just want to say something. Get the frick off our site, you losers, you scumbags. That's all.
That's good stuff.
Back to the Niners.
All right.
So, yeah, I don't want to put it all on Jimmy. Look, he had a bad game, but Kyle, listen, that 4th and 1, I mean, you give it to Juice, right? I mean, come on.
Juice or somebody who does that. That's what they do, right? Yeah.
They all brought that run. Jimmy could have done a bootleg and walked right the hell in. I mean, it's like, where's the creativity with Kyle Shanahan? I mean, what's wrong with this guy?
I have no idea what happened to him. He really confused me today. I said, what is he? Kyle, what are you doing? And also,
and then you look at
Jeffrey
the
Wilson would have been a
other
better idea.
I mean, it's just the first game. I mean, let's not make this the Super Bowl, okay? Seriously, it's the first game. All right, you know the Cardinals are going to play us tough, but when you don't have 2 top receivers, and Emmanuel Sanders is on the other team, on the Saints, and I mean, and Jimmy, it's his first game. I mean, they haven't had any scrimmages between any other teams, so it's COVID. What the hell is everybody getting all worked up about? It's
That's
one
a good point.
friggin' game.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Super Bowl hangover. I see, just give it some time. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
But they need to get a good wide receiver in there to help Jimmy out. I'm not saying Trent isn't bad. They're just not on the same page. And Jimmy wasn't throwing perfect. Don't get me wrong. But he needs to move around a little bit. He would be so much more effective if he was moving around because I've seen him on the run. I've seen him make throws on the run. I've seen him scramble.
We've
he
seen
can
him.
do it.
2017.
He's a mobile quarterback. It's just Kyle's got him in there
standing there, waiting to be slaughtered.
Stand.
Oh.
What's that?
Yeah, standing there to be slaughtered. Everybody thinks that's Jimmy. Nobody remembers 2017 when he was running all over the place, making plays and directing the receivers. Nobody remembers. A lot of people don't remember that.
I remember.
That's the real Jimmy G.
He could be a really great quarterback if he just was loosened up a little bit. I don't know. He was just this look. I mean, it's one game. I'm not going to say, but the defense, they stunk it up too. I mean, towards the end. I mean, I don't think they stunk it up. what
They weren't
happened
that
was
good.
his referees are ridiculous. I mean, you barely even graze the poor bastard when he's sliding, right? They give you 15 yards for that, but you sure as hell ain't getting a 15-yard penalty when Jimmy takes it to the head in the Super Bowl, right? Right, Rombo? These guys are full of shit.
I can't understand
Get tired of this crap.
It's a
I'm
double
sorry.
standard.
I'm pissed, man.
I agree.
Shit, I'm sorry. I'm just, it's like it's one game, but I'm just looking at the whole thing. I don't want to trash Jimmy. Jimmy needs to get better, okay? There's no doubt.
Yeah.
But I mean, give me a receiver in there. Give me Ayuk. Give me Debo. Give me Emmanuel Sanders, for Christ's sake. Kittle is obviously
he doesn't
not
want to be.
100%.
The Saints lost it. No, the Saints won that game, didn't they? He's
And
delighted to be
Tom
over there.
Brady looked like he was nobody. I mean, the greatest quarterback of all time. No.
this
And that
ain't the
other guy
AFC.
that called a few calls back, not for nothing, but I was at one of Joe's greatest games at the Vet when the Eagles, sacked him 9 times, and in the fourth quarter he came back like Rocky, like a true Rocky from the movie, and just knocked the hell out of the Eagles, and they were stunned. People were walking out of that stadium in 1989, kicking cars, throwing bottles on windows. They were so pissed off, and that's the greatest quarterback. You cannot put Joe in the same sentence as Jimmy. That's like.
Yeah.
That's putting God in the same sentence as
But
I don't
Greg,
know.
this is the thing I'm saying
Kermit
though.
the Frog.
When Jimmy gets beat
I'm
up,
sorry.
he has to stop looking
No,
like a deer in
he's not
headlights.
Kermit. You know what I mean? Jimmy's good. He's got to get better. That's all. You know what I'm saying? So,
In
a
fact-
lot of crying, Smiley. Smiley, shove it up your ass, buddy, with your
Greg,
Seahawks.
Greg, way to go.
And
Go
your-
get
and
him,
your
Greg.
Russell Wilson on the 1-yard line choking. Don't
It's
give me
true.
anything about choking. I look at this guy. What?
Greg, we
I
got to
don't know,
stop
Rob.
though.
Just block jackasses, will you?
Yeah, look, in fact, I suggest anybody gets tired of those guys, just block them out. But we're going to go tomorrow night. Let's get together again because we keep it short after the game.
Yeah, we
as
will. I'm
can.
sorry. I'm whining
That's
here.
okay.
You take care,
No.
buddy.
All right, you too, fam.
See you, buddy.
Night. Oh, God. Yeah, guys, remember, if you don't feel like taking shots back at those guys, and that's why those are the kind of people I do take shots back at, don't let them one-up you. Let them losing one-ring people have it. But in the meantime, block them if you don't like them. Hey, Junior, come on in, man. Junior? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, hello. Come on in. Junior, is that you? Am I calling you by the right name? We got you down as Junior. Hello?
I am a junior.
Yeah,
you hear me?
Yeah, that's you. Yeah, I can hear you. I was just waiting for you to say hello.
Yeah, that is you. Oh wow.
All right.
Hello. Hey, how's it going? I made it through. I've been on the line for more than an hour and 40.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Yeah,
a lot of folks calling in tonight. Sorry about that.
But I also go by. No, it's all good. I also go. My name is Raphael.
Raphael.
Junior, so that's why.
Raphael.
Yeah.
Raphael. There used to be somebody calling in by that name. Anyway, all right. Raphael.
Oh well. Oh hey, it was finally nice to get in here and say hello to you. I've been listening to you for quite a while.
No, thanks.
So I just finally, I got the nerve to call in. But yeah, man, about this game though. Oh man, I was on the edge of my seat. Yeah, I'm not too happy with Jimmy's performance. Overall, the team effort was kind of shoddy. I know what happened to our boy Mosley. He got burnt a couple of plays. I thought they were going to slap and spoon for a minute.
No. Oh, can you imagine, Raphael? If it was Spoon, Mosley wasn't as bad. We're talking about a guy that's most likely a Hall of Famer. I mean, Hopkins does that to everybody. But to what degree Hopkins is going to kill you is what the thing is, So, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just really something else.
Oh, man.
So.
Oh, no, for sure. And I agree with a lot of things that the callers were saying. It's like, yeah, I don't want to harp on it because it is the first game, but then again, it is divisional. So it's like that's always important.
It was serious.
So it's like, hopefully we don't play like this against the Jets because then, like you said, I totally agree with you that we will be in deep doo-doo if that happens against the Jets. So, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And like I said, it's going to be a long season. I don't want to harp too much on it, but, I am upset, just because I think, we came in with so high expectations that, I really didn't expect this kind of a game. But, it was fun in the beginning. I thought, we were going to get back into rhythm, but, I think we slipped away from, making good plays. Like, they made adjustments. We didn't, they stopped us a lot on our running plays. So, I don't know. But like I said, we'll see what happens. And
but Raphael, you know what really worries me though? This means there are certain players that we cannot get injured, and that kind of worries me more than anything else, because if they make that much of a difference, that we just completely can't play unless Debo, Weston Richburg, or Garland is available, or Ayuk, which we don't know what exactly brings to the table. If they're gone, that means we can't play anymore? That really worries me. I don't want to have to depend on any one player so much that he just ruins the whole game for us. That's really scary. Because the 49ers look like ass tonight. That's the gospel truth.
Yeah, no, for sure. And we were all the talk about our second stringers being pretty good, and it seemed like they were out there a lot, and they had a good success running the ball on us. So it was like, I don't know where our run stop game was.
They actually kind of slowed that down. Remember when Mostert was trying to get around the stretch, they were waiting for him.
Oh,
it seemed like their defense had Kyle figured out before they even got started today. Mostert had his run. Remember they threw that pass, and once he got out in the open, of course they're not going to catch him because Mostert's just crazy fast. But when he was just getting handoffs, it wasn't going well. He had a few, but not many.
No, that's for sure. And I say, like I said, I agree with the last caller. Jimmy, he has a lot of room to improve, but like I said, third year in the system, it shouldn't be too obvious that he does need to improve. It seemed like I saw KB open I don't know how many times that he could have hit that he was just he could have been gone. We should have definitely won this game. We should have been up two scores. And even if they came back and scored a couple times on us, and even with the 2 missed field goals they had, it's like we still should have won at least by 5 points. Without even them even catching up to us. But like I said, that 4th and 1 at the goal line that we went for, and we didn't convert on that. That
whole game turned around from that one play. From that point on, the Cardinals had the momentum, and they took it right to the game. That's the thing that bothers me. We don't recover, and we make that kind of mistake. Unbelievable.
Right.
Raphael, we're going to be out of time now.
Yes, sir.
Let's see tomorrow night. Tomorrow Raw, we extend a little more time, okay?
Oh, for sure. I'll try to get in for tomorrow for Raw, definitely.
I'm looking forward to it. All right, fam.
All right.
Night.
All right, so you have a blessed night.
You too. Thanks. I tell you, I don't like depending on 1 and 2 players, fam. I really don't. If they go down, now we can't play anymore. The 49ers look like a high school team out there at one point. Hey, Marion!
What's going on, man?
Okay, hold on, Marion. Redemption 1987. Oh, please sing my Cynthia and Katie happy birthday. I need that tonight, too. Okay, wait, hold on a second. I've already got Marion on the phone. Marion, talk to us, man. What was wrong with the 49ers tonight?
Man, for one,
where do you start, right?
No pass rush up the middle.
Oh, yes.
No pass rush up the middle. As you can see, with Kinlaw not really being in the game, and you got was it Hyler that was in for him, pretty much in the middle. You could see we really missed DeForest Buckner because Bosa, Armstead was non-existent. The whole defensive line was non-existent. The secondary was trash today. I'm just calling how I see it. And when we talked Friday, what did I say? The secondary had to step up, and they did not step up at all. So it's bad all the way around. It is the first game, so I'm not really as frustrated as we talked about. I don't want to play the Cardinals the first game anyway because this is what we know that could happen. So we knew this coming in. However, I'm gonna say this because it's gonna be quick tonight. I didn't understand when we on the last drive, and I said it's gonna be a tight game. I told you that 4th quarter tight game. I did not understand why Kyle Shanahan did not call a timeout for on the 3rd and 5 play. When you have it was like a minute or something on the clock.
Oh yeah, 4th quarter
on the last drive.
Yeah.
On the 4th quarter, the last drive, call timeout. Let's regather, regroup, get some things together, figure some things out, and then we'll go ahead and we'll run the play. No, he goes and they just huddle up like it wasn't nothing, and then Garoppolo throws to Trent Taylor twice. I don't understand that, but whatever.
And both failed.
They both fail.
God.
Yeah. Reminds me of Kaepernick throwing the crab, always trying to force it to Crabtree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, just, try something different. But, lose out Debo and IU, so we'll see. We'll see. But I'll talk to you tomorrow, man.
All right, Phil. Have a good night.
All right, man.
So it's all facts. All facts. Because they just don't, I don't know what was going on. As you sit back and reflect upon what happened, who the heck was that? What were they doing? They didn't look like that last year. What are you guys doing? Even on the worst days, and we had a few bad days last year, they never look like that. I'm supposed to do a birthday song, by the way. So I need the names. Oh, is it Cynthia and Katie? This is good because I need something to release the steam. And there's nothing like a song. Let me get those names. Cynthia and Kate. Hey, Cynthia and Katie? These are two people the same birthday. Are they family members? Anyway. Happy. It's going to get better next week. Niners birthday to Cynthia and Kate. Happy Niners birthday in the aftermath of a good lesson. Happy Niners! Birthday to Cynthia and Kate. And it's going to get better, too. Next week, we're going to reward you with a nice, serious 49ers beat down on the Jets. They better win next week. This makes no sense. All right, let's get Eric.
Yo, Ronbo.
Eric. Come on in, Eric. What have you got to say about this miserable game?
The Niners played like dog shit.
Yeah, they did.
Straight up.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Everyone sucked, basically. Everyone sucked.
Mm. They did
There's
group
no
suck.
excuses. There's no excuses.
Yeah, they're better than that. And they're going to play like this.
But there's... Go ahead.
Yeah, I said they're better than that. And they're going to play like that? What were they doing?
Yeah. No, there's two areas I want to focus on more.
Right.
That's Jimmy and the D-line.
Mm-hmm.
For the D-line, they teach you this in Pee Wee football. If you're going against a mobile quarterback, the edges do not over pursue. Do not commit too far, or else you're going to open up your gap between you and the right guard. Murray kept exposing us there, and even the middle. The defensive tackles kept separating between the center and the right guard, and he would just go through. You can't leave your gaps open, especially against someone that fast.
Yeah.
And for Jimmy, I mean, how long has he been with us? 3 years?
Yeah, this is 2.5 or 2 1/3.
Yeah, he should know the offense by now. It all comes down to you should know where everyone's at on the field. You just got to get them the ball.
Yeah.
And he didn't do it this game.
Mm-hmm.
He did not do it.
He overthrew him, threw behind him. He did everything but throw it right. And then sometimes he waited too long. I mean, that one with Jerick McKinnon touchdown, he should have got that ball over there quicker than that, too. Jerick's standing there waiting. Jimmy, I was so scared.
Oh, Ronbo, Jerick McKinnon shouldn't even had a touchdown that drive because he had Mostert 2 plays earlier.
Yeah.
Chandler Jones was covering Raheem Mostert on a flat route, and Raheem Mostert just juked the shit out of him. And Mostert was open for a touchdown. But I think he ran all the way to the right and just overthrew Bourne, I think.
Is that when he hit that defender in the helmet? Yeah, I forget his name, but yeah, I don't
know if
they don't look like they're ready to play.
Andrews,
that's just strange.
I think Aaron Andrews must have texted Jimmy before the game and said something to him because shit, he looked nervous as hell.
He did. You see his face on the sideline? He was sitting there by himself. He looked all flustered. I said, "What, Jimmy? What is wrong?" He did look like maybe it's just PO'd, but you can't get PO'd. Shake it off and get back out there and make it right.
Yep. And Ronbo, I noticed this. Well, the way Jimmy played,
this usually looks like the way he plays in the preseason.
Yeah. Definitely didn't
Preseason,
have
he
enough
doesn't
time.
look so sharp.
Yeah.
I think no preseason really affected him because he usually looks like this in the preseason,
No.
not so much in the real games.
True. You can't substitute those games in practice.
Yep. I don't know what the hell's wrong with D Ford.
He's overpaid.
I saw a whole bunch I saw so much in the comment section. Everyone was telling his ass to get the hell out of here because you could see he was injured. He was grinding his teeth because he knew he was hurt. He was trying to play it off. He was gonna go for it. He was gonna go touch his knee, but then he started messing with his knee pad.
God.
Trying to hide the injury.
And when he's not on the field, it makes a dramatic difference in the impact of that defensive front, doesn't it? It really does.
Yep.
I mean, Hyder did a decent job, but he's not D Ford at his best. Damn it.
Yep. Yeah, I think that was one thing against Arizona is that we have good depth, but they just have better starters.
Yeah.
They just complete like our corners going against Hopkins, Larry Fitzgerald. That's no competition right there.
I'm just glad there's only one D-Hop. I mean, D-Hop is so much above the rest of the receivers in the league. Even the receivers that are good, nobody's D-Hop good. I mean, I can't think of anybody. So.
I mean, the Seahawks still have a problem because I think they gave up the most fantasy points to Julio Jones. Julio had a big game against them.
They don't have a secondary worth of them. That the Falcons can't play them is strange. I don't know what's going on with that team either. They're like we were tonight, just strange. Fam, we got to go. We're going to tomorrow night we'll extend the time a little longer, huh? All right.
All right, yep.
All right.
Later, Ronbo.
Later, fam. Night. And, hey, Elliot.
What's up, Ronbo? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Elliot. And, boy, I tell you. Elliot, go ahead. We'll keep it short and sweet tonight. And I know you got some things you want to say about the 49ers.
Short and
angry.
sweet.
That's what we changed it. Short and angry.
I'm glad. I'm glad to see that some of the guys who called in a couple of days ago say, yo, they ain't give no bunch of excuses why folks was worried about the Cardinals coming down to the last week before we started. So it was nice to see that, I didn't agree with one comment, but, everybody got their own comments and how they feel. So, like I got mine. So, just got to respect that. Yes. At the end of the day, all I want Shanahan to do is get in front of the podium and say, listen, me and Robert Saleh are the problem today. We are sorry. We let our players die. What we did was call shitty plays all day in order to prevent us from losing this game, which we did anyway. You call shitty plays. And that's from the running game. I seen them flip the same running play as if it didn't work the first time. It didn't work. And that's from the start of the game, bro. Our first series. After our first down, we ran a play to the left. It didn't work. We turned around and flipped and ran the same play to the right, and it didn't. We lost 6 yards after that. Then we turned around and did the same thing with this guy, Tevin Coleman. I was happy Coleman wasn't playing for the day.
We came in and did fair, though.
Getting in the game.
A few times.
Yeah.
My
Look,
God.
He got in the game. He made something out of nothing and did 7 yards on a bunch play. They turned around and flipped the same play and ran it to the left side the next time around, and we got nothing.
Elliot,
only thing I want Kyle Shannon. Go ahead.
I'm just going to say, last year that worked.
Last year that worked. See, that's the part. Last year.
They're ready for it.
You got to move forward this year. You can't do what you did last year. We already been looking. That's what they got film on, what we did last year. What you got to maintain in doing is keep creating on what you are doing and what you did last year to fool the defense. Because that is your niche. You fool the defense. So you got to keep creating, bro.
You can't come back with that same stuff and say, okay, it worked. Can't you see Tevin Coleman made something out of nothing? That play was shut down. He made something out of nothing and managed to get 7 yards. You want to flip the play and do the same thing? Didn't you learn from what Mostert that you tried that already and they were on that? Like, come on, bro. Like, you did too many. And please, Kyle Shanahan, please, recognize one thing. Your bread and butter is not your quarterback. It is your running game, bro. That is what you're going to be successful at being for the 49ers. It's not your pass game. Yes, we paid this dude to be a certain person. Yes, we have gotten the receivers, and we keep trying to get the receivers. They keep going down. Yes, but at the end of the day, the thing that's going to keep you afloat is the same thing that kept you afloat last year. But you have to continue to fool the defense the way you did. I didn't see us doing the movement that we do on running play. We got a man motioning here. We got a man coming around here. We got another man coming around here.
Yeah, he did that a couple times. That play that Jerick McKinnon scored on was one of those Kyle Shanahan specialties. But yeah, listen.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we got to stop. Tomorrow night we're gonna extend because it's gonna be raging tomorrow night. But we got to go now. All right.
All right, man. You know, I'm gonna just say this before I go. I ain't afraid of the loss. I already told you it's the first game of the season. I'm not overreacting and none of that type of stuff, man. But from what I've seen, you know, it was trash on both ends, and I'm not even going to get started on Garoppolo because I like Garoppolo. I just think that he definitely got to be better if we want to continue to be what we want to be. These plays, I expected the miscues and all that other stuff, but at the end of the game, at some point, you got to catch a rhythm.
There you go.
Know, you got to get something going with your receivers, and you didn't do it. So it is what it is, man, and we're just going to take this L, and we're going to start over the next week with the Jets. Hopefully, we can do what we need to do.
There you go.
Have a good one, my guy, man, and I'll talk to you later, all right?
Thanks,
I'll see you tomorrow.
Looking forward. All right, fam.
No doubt.
Night. 831, come on in. 831 area code 831. You know, it's so funny because if you have a phone for a long time, you may not know your area code. Hey, Shay.
Yo, Ronbo.
Shay. To start the season off with the kind of L we just got, it's you know, you look past it and you try to because there's 15 more weeks of football left, right? But this was just a strange way to lose. But what are you thinking?
Yeah, Ronbo, I mean, I know we got to be quick and tough tonight.
It's short and angry,
I'll be definitely calling in tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, it's short and angry. I mean, yeah, it sucks, man. I mean, we lost to a divisional rival. I said this coming in, though, is like there's no preseason game, so we're going to have to be at our best week one, day one, game one, simply due to the fact that there is no preseason. There's no warm-ups. We can't be coming out here trying to get warmed up on the first game where we're going to lose. And ultimately and sadly, that's ended up what happening. You know, I think a lot of people take the blame. A lot of people are blaming the defense a lot. But to be honest, the defense held. Remember, the Niners only scored 10 points in literally the first half, right? And we didn't move the ball after that first drive that we had with Mozart. Other than that, we kicked the field goal. We never even drove the ball down the field. We didn't have sustainable drives because just the offense was bad today. And I mean, they ended up, they were bending and not breaking. And then it just finally, there's only so much you can do when you're playing against Hopkins and you have Kyler Murray extending plays and giving up stupid penalties and then, running around. I mean, that's going to tire anybody out, which is sad. But, I mean, like I said, I had us going 4-0 in the first quarter of the season, but I think we can go 3-1. We lost to the Cardinals, sadly, but I think we were going to drop a game between the Cardinals or the Eagles. But now I just think that now we're going to go to the East Coast and we're just going to flood kids. We're just going to go out there whooping heads and taking heads off shoulders. And but again, real quick, Ronbo, Shanahan, he has a lot to blame too. I would say 50-50 today on the offense between him and Jimmy. Jimmy missed a wide open throws. The guy last caller called it. Mozart was open on a wheel route. It was a wheel route who he ended up beating Chandler Jones, and then he missed a go-ahead touchdown. He should have just thrown a hard pass, a hard bullet, not lost it. I don't know why he let it stay in the air for Patrick Peterson to end up making a play on it. You just throw the damn ball, Jimmy. Like, I don't know why you're trying to get cute and cuddly, lock up some shit. Just throw a hard bullet pass. That's a fucking touchdown, man. Like, that's what we need. And then also, too, the one thing that really pissed me off is how the fact that we ended the game on that 4th and 5 on the out route. Jimmy is not a great outside-the-box thrower.
But Kyle, call that
like,
play.
If I'm Kyle, that's what I'm saying. I'm pissed at Kyle because Kyle is like, bro, we know our bread and money.
Run a slant.
Jimmy Garoppolo is one of the best throwing in the numbers. Throw the shit in between the numbers. He has the highest completion percentage. That's our bread and butter. Oh, well, if we lose the game off that, I would rather have that than him throwing an outside the route pass that he sucks at, because that's just not giving us a chance to win the game at all. And the last thing, I think everybody's touched on it. Jordan Reed is a great tight end, and he can get open against, I believe, anybody. We need to see more 2 tight end sets instead of having KB, Pettis, and Trent Taylor out there, because to me, when we come out in shotgun sets, that's not what we do best. We're not a shotgun team. The 49ers had the best completion percentage and the best yardage per attempt when thrown under center while running play action. We ran the most play action between 35 to 40% last year. We were the best play action team. Of course, yes, it sucks. We didn't have that because the last caller said it. We didn't have the motion guys. We didn't have Debo. We didn't have Ayuk. We didn't have people that could scare you on the end around and the wide receiver handoffs. We didn't have that. The Rams are doing that right now against the Cowboys. And you know, today unfortunately we were a north and south team, and we weren't, west to east. That's how we make our money. We are a west to east team. We expand the field and we make you cover every area of the field. And today we just didn't have that because we don't have the threats to do so. So it's either this: you either put the best personnel to make Jimmy better, and that is having Jordan Reed out there with George Kittle. I think that we should have been running that all game. And unfortunately, we didn't. Kyle got in too much in front of himself and out of his head thinking about stuff. He did throw up some good plays that could have been touchdowns, and Jimmy is just too he's just so indecisive right now, and it sucks because it's almost like the critics are starting to get to him, and he's like, if we're going to lose the game, I don't want it to be on my back. I want it to be another reason as to why we lost. And to me, if you think like that, we're just never going to win games out here. We're never going to win games because then you're not going to go ahead and try to go for the money and go for the big plays because you're too busy trying to not make it be on your shoulders.
Shea, we're gonna stop. They're all gonna be thinking about that tonight. But Shea, let's get long on Raw tomorrow night, okay? I tell you,
absolutely,
man.
Ronbo. God bless. It's game 1, guys. I know we'll bounce back though. 49ers are a great team. We have a great roster, Ronbo. Again, though, thank you for what you do, Ronbo. God bless you, sir. You have a great night. All right.
Thank you, fam. You too. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Yeah, Shea's right. This team was. I don't know. That's 843 SC. Hello.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, we're sitting there wondering what the heck happened. Who's that? 49ers went out there and looked like they did back in 2016. I mean, come on, Niners.
Man.
What are you doing?
They did. I think Cat would have did a better job in this instant, but I won't even get on that subject tonight. But that guy Shea, he had a lot of great points. I like how he ended that call. He had a lot of key points as far as the plays that we ran.
What is your name? Before we go,
my name's Jarvis.
Jarvis.
I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
All right. Hey, Jarvis, your ID says South Carolina. All right, but Jarvis.
Yeah, I got one of those. There you go.
Go ahead, continue.
Oh yeah, she had a lot of great points. We weren't deceptive. We didn't trick our opponent. You know what I mean? And our familiarity with their defense, and their personnel, I think we should have excelled and we should have ran our normal personnel, our normal plays like we always did, regardless of whether we had Ayuk or whomever. You know what I mean? I felt like those guys, Kendrick Bourne, he could have ran some jet sweeps and things like that. We weren't under the center. Throughout the game, we were running shotgun sweep plays the whole game, and no play actions really off that. You know what I mean? And the defense was just so slow, no speed. You know what I mean? It was just it was slow out there. We looked very, very, bad on D as far as that speed goes and that containment. It was just
and don't forget lack of tackling. I've seen them bust up arm tackles so many times I can't stand it. Unbelievable. Yeah. Just running through Niners like paper. Oh.
Mm-hmm. And games like this, I think we should have Tavares Moore out there a little bit more to be more like a spy type guy, like a Malcolm Jenkins type against quarterbacks like exactly, and those little scramble plays by these type of quarterbacks, he can keep up, and he can also play coverage as well, and plays like what we had, because we had a lot of good zone coverages. It was just that plays broke down, and Jimmy G, it was just crazy.
I don't know. I really need to see that offense again. I don't know what they were doing. I do know that this is a wake-up call. If they thought they could sleepwalk through this game, I can't believe they didn't take the Cardinals serious, though, to begin with. They had to know they had to play hard.
Yeah. We had that game all the way to the end while playing the type of scheme we played. We were still in the game throughout. They were like just trying to give the game to us, but we were just like trying to keep them in the game for. I don't know. I don't want to speculate, but I'm just tired of theatrics, and I'm just, I'll pay attention. I'm not going to be as hyped as I was, coming in. I was very hyped and excited and screaming around the house and on Facebook and stuff like that, and like everybody's calling me and stuff and running down on me, and I just looked at how we played, and I'm just kind of nervous with that D. And Javon Kinlaw, he only played the first half, and I seen him just getting killed out there by that weak offensive line. They took him out.
Yes.
So that's a busted pick.
Big and strong as he is, they just handled him. So,
Yeah, he didn't play in the second half.
Yeah.
He didn't play in the second half at all. So, bad investment, but, I guess we'll just see. We'll have to wait and see.
But I heard his conditioning. He's not in NFL shape. You don't get to play your whole preseason or do anything. I don't know what kind of conditioning he was doing on his own, but you know how some people are. Javon probably did a little bit of, get on a bicycle for 30 minutes and maybe run a couple sprints and call it a day. Some guys, especially big guys like that, they're not into pushing themselves. They need a trainer. And he didn't get any.
He was sorry. He was sorry from the first snap. So, like it wasn't like he played, played 2 or 3 good series and then got tired because of conditioning. It wasn't that. So he had optimal energy to start the game. He had some Red Bull and those type of things to get hyped. So, he could have used that manpower and went ahead and dominated as he did in South Carolina. They're not like those guards in Arizona are mediocre and backups. And, you couldn't take advantage of that. Like, I'll run at the 49ers in the middle if I was in the other team. Like, just run at them. Like, see what those guys in the middle can do. DJ Jones, he created a little bit, but he was Eric Armstead. Oh, my God. D Ford. We played him too much.
I don't know where these guys were today.
God.
It's just really, they better pull it together, though, because that was a bad showing today. But it could have been that was distortion from Kyler Murray. His running just ruins that front line defense. Jarvis, we got to go, though. It's short and angry on Sunday after the games. So Monday night, get back in here tomorrow night if you get a chance.
All right, Ron. Thanks, man. Y'all boys have a good night.
You too, Jarvis. Appreciate you, fam. Oh, God. And is it Sharon? Sharon.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, Sharon. Oh, Sharon, you sound like I feel. Terrible.
It was like a circus out there today. It's like they were dazed and confused, and they were like all over the place. They weren't the Niners that we know. Like there was calls being called that shouldn't have been called, and that touchdown should have been a touchdown. And
so you know what? I'm convinced we're always going to get bizarre calls. Although, you know what, though?
And everybody's saying it's just a game. It's a divisional game. It matters.
Yes.
It matters, people.
It
hurts.
It does.
Because it matters.
We'll even it up, though.
We're saying it's just a game and it's week 1, but I know we better about it. But if Jimmy don't get any better, I'm afraid he's going to get benched, and it's going to be Bowlins to come in. That's what I'm feeling.
Jimmy, I don't know what he was doing tonight. And he looked frustrated.
He looked like he was scared and nervous. And
yes.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
you see that camera on him?
And Kyle needs to let Jimmy do what he wants to do, like he came in the first year when he came in and played like Tom Brady. You're holding Jimmy back for some reason, and you're supposed to trust your quarterback. And it's like you don't trust Jimmy or something.
Kyle's probably sold
And
him on his
everybody's
program.
like kind of blaming Jimmy. Everybody gets an F all the way around. Even Robert Saleh, even Kyle, even everybody gets an F all around because it was a sloppy game.
It was.
It was like the Super Bowl all over again.
Worse than the Super Bowl. That's what's so scary. I mean, I don't know we were missing tackles right and left.
We got like one interception. But other than that, I was like, what else is going on?
Well, we're going to find out next week, Sharon. And
Nick Bosa wasn't himself, and I was like, God, what is wrong with you people?
Wait, who did you say?
Nick Bosa.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Bosa.
He was, but then what happened to D Ford? I can't wait to read the report on that.
Kendrick Bourne was wide open. I don't know how many a time. And Jimmy was throw to him. If he wanted to throw it to Trent Taylor, there's people that needs to go. Dante Pettis needs to go. Trent Taylor needs to go. Dante Johnson needs to go. Hyder needs to go. They need to get everybody out of there that didn't play and get everybody else back that can play. Bring Javon Jennings back. And bring whoever else you didn't want to put in there, bring him back out the practice squad. Because that game was sloppy, and I know they're going to be watching that game back.
Oh, yeah. The film room is on Mondays. So they're going to go in and look at themselves. And when Jimmy finds out that he had Kendrick Bourne open, he's going to pass out. Jimmy, what are you doing? When you go through your progressions, what do you see out there?
Did Aaron Andrews say something to Jimmy or something? Or did she turn him down or something? What was going on?
Somebody else thought that. I have no idea.
I mean, he was by himself.
He just seemed...
And I'm sorry, but if he doesn't get better next week, if we don't do nothing better, they need to make some changes. If that don't happen and Jimmy don't get better, I'm sorry, people, but I'm calling it right here, right now. Yes. I think Jimmy's going to get benched, and it's going to be Mullen. Watch and see.
It would have to be, because it's not going to be CJ. You know, I wondered if Hronis Grasu, I think Jimmy needs Garland or Weston Richburg would be ideal. Jimmy didn't look normal.
Exactly. I know we're
worse
missing
than
some
usual.
people, but, all of us didn't play like a team today. It was so sloppy. It was like a three-ring circus, like they were running around with their heads cut off.
Oh. We'll see what happens there.
That was a messy game.
Sharon, and what'd your mom think? Because I remember your mom said 26. What was her score? She had a couple more points than you picked out.
Yeah.
She must be thoroughly frustrated. But you know what? We didn't see this coming. We know the 49ers that we saw last year.
They let Kyler Murray run by them like it was nothing. They just said, okay, go ahead. We'll let you through. Go ahead. And we're going to sit down and let you just take the show. That's what they did. They let him take the show and make a fool out of them. Like, really, Niners? I mean, I was too through. I had to change the TV for a minute.
I don't blame you. Sure, let's do this some more tomorrow, because we're going to keep it short and angry tonight. When we win, it's short and sweet. And when we lose, it's short and angry. So, I'll see you tomorrow,
okay? Niners all day, every day, but Jimmy got to get better. All right, Ronbo.
You too. Bye, Sharon.
All right. All right, bye.
Bye. Yeah, I tell you, this game. As I say, though, it's game 1. So, I can only get so mad. Because if it was game 8 or 9 and they did that, all of a sudden I'd be so upset. Seth, come on in, Seth. Hello, Seth. Hello, Seth. Bang! Bang! When you hear that sound, the 49ers just got a butt whooping. Mel!
What's up, Ronbo? How you feeling, my brother?
I've had better days, Mel. I just didn't see this coming. I thought they was ready to play. The 49ers didn't look to me like they was ready to go. So, Mel, what do you think?
Right. Yeah, I don't think there's any cause for alarm. It's week 1, and
true.
It would be. I would be a lot more hurt if our guys were, in sync and doing what they had to do and lost this game.
That's a good point.
Like I said to you before, we will not get beaten this year. The only team that can beat us is us.
And we didn't
tonight. See this right, and we didn't see this last year at all, bro. This is maybe 3 weeks ago now when we were speaking, and I was saying that special teams has been overlooked, and the importance of special teams has been like overlooked and everything. And and we saw that today, man. They got that block punt and everything. That's number one. But last year we didn't see situations where our offense and our defense and special teams just weren't handling business. We didn't see that.
Yes, crumbled at the same time.
Right. Last year with these situations, when the offense wasn't doing too hot, the defense stepped it up and the defense was killing. And when the defense wasn't doing what they had to do, the offense was handling business. So we didn't have a situation where it was both sides of the ball were just not doing what they had to do. So that's what was going on today. And it wasn't anything, like I said, that should cause alarm. We don't suck. We're not bad. A lot of it was just timing and guys not being where they had to be, guys being rusty, guys not being fully in shape. We're going to get it together, bro.
I believe
There's
that.
no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
And I would rather it happen like this than for us to have come in, stomped the Cardinals, and then we play the Jets and the Giants back to back, who aren't that good, and then we just start feeling ourselves thinking that this Super Bowl run is just automatic. So this is actually what we see next week will determine whether this team is for real or not. If this team is for real, this loss hurt bad enough for everybody to say, you know what, not again, never again, not on my watch. And we come back and we handle business. But if we allow a week like this to determine the way we play going forward, then we are in trouble this season. But I don't see it happening that way, man.
No,
our guys have fires lit under them, man. We're good.
As mad as we are, this pales in comparison as angry they are with each other right now. Can you imagine being a 49er right now? You sitting in your car, slamming your fist on the steering wheel and say, what the hell was that? You can't wait till next Sunday. So I'm not looking forward to next week.
Doubt.
They'll be fine.
They know they can play better. They're coming home, man. They're coming to my house. So
that's right.
Coming over here to Jersey.
Yeah.
I would try to run down on them, but I doubt that they're going to be allowing any contact with fans at all.
Yeah. They got it. They're probably really paranoid right now because the NFL did well. We didn't have anybody on the COVID-19. There's one player though. It seems the Cardinals got a COVID-19 guy, but he's the only one. Every other team was fine. So, but Mel, we gonna roll.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
All right, yeah. One more thing, bro.
Real quick, if you can, Mel. Real quick.
I got
Go
you,
ahead.
no problem. That 1 yard play, don't blame Kyle. That's on Mosa, bro. If you're gonna be crying and moaning and then begging for money and threatening the league, you got to be able to punch that in, bro. That's the least you could do, man.
That's a good point.
Seriously, bro. Shoot yourself. If you can't handle that, don't ever ask for more.
Yes, I hadn't thought about it that way.
All right, my
good point.
Yeah, man.
All right, Mel.
Get out of here. All right, bro.
All right, fam. See you tomorrow.
Talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Yeah, Mel's right. I just realized he's very right. We're talking about who they should have brought in. No. Most had said, I want to be the man. I should be getting paid as much as TC. Okay. What happened here? I hadn't thought about that. Big boys climb on Big Rig. Thanks for that contribution, Big Rig. And the team is still in preseason mode. That's true. They even look like it too. Not to worry about it. The team will get a nice break from the smoke out east. Jets about to get destroyed. Imagine 49ers get out to the east. Oh, God. To breathe again. Let's go. Boy, that'd be special, wouldn't it? Johnny V, would you come on, please?
My man, Ronbo.
John.
God damn it.
Yeah, my sentiments exactly. Well, John, we just watched a very disturbing thing, and the game loss is one thing, but some of the individuals out there that appear to not step up, and knowing, Dante, that you were supposed to be the help tonight. We have people missing, Dante. We need for you to step up. Dante steps sideways, right? D Ford's out there with his legs again, having a problem. Where was Eric Armstead tonight? Also, our offensive line. I mean, Jimmy was out there under fire the most of the game. There's so much blame. Jimmy G had a day that we can soon forget about. But John, jump on in.
Ronbo, quick. Let me be quick, my brother. These observations that I have are very simple. I agree with Mel. very much so in many ways. Very quickly, Kyle was calling plays like he had the second and third string playing in a preseason game. The calls were garbage.
Mm-hmm.
He was his game plan was garbage today.
Mm-hmm.
The defense, they weren't in sync. We couldn't cover the receivers for nothing. I mean, we got a new DB coach. I don't know if that guy was trying to play it safe today, and he didn't want to upset Kyle, or he wasn't gelling with his buddy Salah on anything. But the defensive backs coach, I expected to see some change, and I saw a regression in the secondary. I didn't see Armstead. D Ford looked like his feet were weighted down by stones.
So tired of him.
But so was the whole defense, Rumbo. They looked like they were being tied to the ground, and they couldn't budge. They were slow off of in every way.
They're out of shape, John.
Rumbo today.
They look tired as hell in the fourth quarter.
They did.
So, what are you guys, man?
I don't know what the hell they did for their camp, so to speak, quote unquote, because whatever preparation they did, they all the camp was avoiding COVID. I feel like we avoided COVID and we didn't practice, but that's besides the point. But basically, Rumble, when I saw the game today, I just saw a team that looked like they were in fact suffering from a Super Bowl hangover. They certainly did look like they've been out of whack and distraught, and they just couldn't gel. Jimmy's play today was here. Rumble, the fans, we got a lot of sore, shitty ass people that claim to be Niner fans. And when you give up on your quarterback after the first game in a shitty 2020 with COVID and the league is trying to figure out how you're going to be and how you're going to prep and how you're going to turn on your quarterback today. Shame on you, man. You obviously haven't been athletes. You haven't played team sports. You lose as a team, man. You don't blame one soul. Yes, he sucked today. We looked like somebody's ass. We looked like Patrick Mahomeboy's ass. We looked terrible today. But at the end of the day, Rombo, we have a shit ton of adjustments today. Yes, we were not good today. We were not the NFC champs. It was a division game.
Yeah.
We can't downplay that because that could come back to hurt us. So, all in all, Rumble, we have a lot of. Well, you know what? Kyle wanted tape, and now he's got it. Right?
Yeah.
You wanted tape. You wanted footage. Now you got it.
Now you can chastise, and now you got grounds to chastise. So yeah, I agree with that, John.
Yeah.
John, let's get back into this tomorrow night on Raw.
You got it, Rumble.
Boy, I tell you, it's gonna be Raw. It's gonna be raging tomorrow. All right,
Yes,
have a good night,
We're
Johnny.
gonna be freaking out, man. We're gonna be freaking out. Rumble, I love you, brother. Love the show.
I love you back,
I'll
fam.
see you soon.
Thanks,
Good night,
John.
brother. Take care.
You too. Night. Yeah, I'm a John. I refuse to give Jimmy G all the bad passed around out there. Santana.
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing?
Oh, Santana, I'm glad you asked. I'm terrible. You know what, though? It's week one, and I have decided I am not going to pass out or have any fits or lose my temper like some people do over week one. You got to wait till week 4 to lose your temper. If you're going to get mad, wait. No need to get mad yet. This is week 1. And the 49ers came in looking terrible. Okay. Now they know what they need to do. It's a good time to look terrible. Week 1. Don't look terrible in week 2, 3, and 4, though, please. But Santana, what are your feelings about that game?
Oh man, I'm losing my shit, Rombo. I'm pissed, man. For one, it's because it's a divisional, game. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
Most people say, okay, yeah, it's the first game, this and that. Like, if it would have been another team that was not in our division or the NFC, I'd have been perfectly fine with it. But since it's the Cardinals, you kind of giving them hope. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So next time around, we play them.
Mm-hmm.
If they came in hard this first game, they're going to come harder the next game. It's going to be harder for us.
Yeah, because they know they can beat us now, right?
Exactly.
Oh, man, we got the Niners. We got this. Oh, no.
it's just disappointing, man, because it's like, all right, cool, like in the Super Bowl we were up by 10 points, and momentum changed, and they came back and beat us, and same thing here, we were up by 10 points, and I feel like the momentum changed with that where they punt the ball and they blocked it. After that, that Cardinal team just woke up and I don't know.
And start running.
We couldn't get anything.
Do anything they want.
Yeah, and and it's one thing, man. To I mean, come on, we're the NFC champs, man. We got to come out there and play like we won a division, the championship, and a team that went to the Super Bowl. We didn't look like that at all. Kansas City Chiefs, man. They, on Thursday night, they started off kind of rough, but then they picked it up and they looked like that Super Bowl team.
Yep.
And it's just disappointing to watch, man. Okay, and then I mean, it could go 50-50 with Jimmy G and Kyle Shanahan, but I want to blame more Jimmy G, man, because he needs to go through his reads and see players, because there's way too many players open where we could have made a lot of plays, Ronbo. So yeah, Kyle Shan caused the plays, but it's up to Jimmy G to execute.
He's got to execute. And last year he did a better job against the Cardinals than he did today. And I said, what? Oh,
yes.
Jimmy.
Yes. I understand we didn't have Debo. We can't rely on Debo or Ronbo. You know what I'm saying? We can't just rely on Debo and have him be our savior,
Especially when you got guys open, like you're talking about now. Debo didn't need to be there. You need to see Kendrick Bourne, and you need to find Dante. I don't know where he was, but you need to find those guys and get him the ball. Taylor, Dante, the ball behind him for. Oh,
yeah. I mean, you can't really blame Trent Taylor because there was a lot of balls that were right behind him, not on him. So it was like, but I mean, Dante Pettis, this is your time to shine, show that you can be part of this team. It showed that you just pretty much hide out, that you didn't want the attention, So you can leave. You can leave, after today, cut him. I don't care.
He might be on borrowed time anyway, Santana. Let's continue tonight on
tomorrow
night on Raw.
Yeah, for sure, Rambo. All right, man. You have a good night, man.
You too.
Tough night, but good night, man.
No. We'll live. Night, Phil.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Night. And Jesus.
Ronbo.
Jesus is in a good mood. That's what we need to do. Put yourself in a good mood. It's week 1.
Bro, we got 15 games left, man.
I know, Man, it's not like we're going to go 16-0.
Like, bro, all our Niner fan base needs to calm the fuck down. I'm sorry about my language, bro. But there's 15 games left. They make it seem like we lost playoffs or something.
No. We lost the Super Bowl.
I get that.
We
overreact. We lost the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, we're
right?
overreacting.
And Patrick Mahomes finally saw his team win the Super Bowl.
I know, right? But because we didn't expect this. That's the problem.
Right. Hey, but first things first, I got to give my shout-outs real quick. I got to give a shout-out to my brother, Shark Attack, my boy, Zeus 209, and my boy, Chad Garrison one time. And I got to give a shout-out to my boy, Ronbo. You know what I'm saying? You don't get enough credit. You don't get enough credit, man. You don't get enough credit, Ronbo.
I'm just enjoying
real
football.
talk, there was mistakes on both sides of the field. Both sides.
There was a lot.
The Cardinals didn't start off hot. The Niners did.
He made all kind of mistakes. He had an INT. He's throwing the ball on the ground and all around people. Kind of looked like butt, too. But they wanted the win the most, and they showed it in the fourth quarter.
Right. Real talk, I hate how all these fans are giving up on the Niners, though, man. After one game, really, there was no preseason.
Yeah.
There wasn't there was no build-up, and there was no we didn't scrimmage with a lot of teams. We just scrimmaged with our own team. Injuries were bound to happen. We lost our receivers, but it is what it is. We can't sit and dwell on this one loss. Yeah, it might become one of those things later on, fuck, I wish we would have beat the Cardinals early on. But hey,
a loss is a loss. If we can handle winning, then we can sure damn handle losing too.
Yeah.
Losing is a big part of the game.
You got to
Losing is a
overcome
big part of the
It's
game.
how you lose and how you return. That's it. We'll get past it.
Yeah, of course. We got the Jets and we got the Giants out there. Hopefully, we could build confidence up, and we could get right back on the path that we once were. We just need our receivers. We need our team to stay healthy.
Yeah.
I'm honestly upset that we didn't see Kinlaw play more.
Yeah, but we got to get it better tomorrow. We got 3 weeks. I don't know how long Ayuk's going to be out, but we do know Debo's not going to be available for 3 games. So they got to do something, and they better do it next week. Gosh. We're going to extend a little longer on Monday Night Raw. All right?
All right, man. What time?
Yes, probably around 6:30 or so. 6:30 to 7, we'll get in there.
All right, it's good. All right, man. Can you give us a Niners one time? I haven't heard you say that all night.
Yes. Niners! Jesus. Have a good night, man.
All right, Ronbo. You have a good night.
You too. Thanks. And 202 in D.C. DC.
What's up?
Hey, and what is your name?
Hey, Ronbo.
Yo. And who is this?
Hey, my name is Frank. What's going on, Ronbo?
You say Frank?
Yeah, Frank.
Frank, hey, Frank. Yeah, man, we're just sitting up here and we're complaining and blaming,
Yeah, I know.
blaming dudes. You know how we do. Because we don't lose very often, right? For the last 2 years, we're not used to this. We lost 3 times out of 13 games last year, and it took us how many weeks to lose? We came in to get this whooping tonight. Nobody was ready for that. No way. Not like that. Oh. But Frank, I knew I didn't want to play the Cardinals first. I knew it. I was hoping we could win, but I did not want nothing to do with the Cardinals in week 1. Oh.
I feel your pain, Ron, but I just want to say I'm a huge fan of yours, man. I've been listening to you for about 3-4 years now.
Oh, thanks.
So I really appreciate the platform and everything, for giving us the opportunity to come on here and spill our guts out, man. Shout out to all the 49er Empire, the TNT, and Trez and Jay from, also from DC 202. So all them guys, I've been listening to y'all, but on to the game today, Ronbo, man. I didn't like what I seen, man, at all, man. All around the board. I really feel as though, to me personally, I think we doing too much talking, man. As far as during the off season with the revenge tour and all this and that. Like, you gotta be. No, I'm just being real though. You gotta be humble, man.
Where was the revenge
You know what I'm saying?
today? Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Because other teams will, use that as bulletin board, man. Everybody gunning for us. Like, even this week coming up, the Jets. It ain't gonna be no easy walkthrough, man. The teams really gonna look at us like, they coming at us. It is what it is. I mean, I'm sorry, they coming at us. I didn't like what I seen from the defense. Did okay. Well, the first half, I ain't gonna say that they did okay, but then I guess they just got tired, man. They started missing tackles, and Jimmy G missing Bourne wide open on the route on the play. So
more than Bourne,
I mean,
everybody out there. Most of them passes were bad. The ones across the middle of the kill were all right, but everything else was questionable.
Yeah, so I mean, it's week 1. We got a nice little 15 more games to go. So I like what Mel said. He did made sense, and also most of you got to cash that in, man. Like you wanted the bread, we gave you the bread. You got to stretch your arm out. Yeah, you got to stretch your arm out, man. Touchdown. I mean, we gave you the money, so you got to produce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, just gonna be real. Got to produce. So, I mean, I just want to get on and say something real quick, man. I love you, Ronbo, man. I appreciate what you do. TNT fam, you know what I'm saying? Holler at your boy, man. I'm trying to come on board with y'all, man. Dre and Will and Trez and all y'all, man. I mess with all y'all. So, yeah, I'll let my name Frank, man. So I'm trying to come on with the team, man.
Great
have a good one. I'm going to call back tomorrow. Yeah, same to you, Ron. I'm going to call back tomorrow on Monday Night Raw.
All right, fam.
Okay, have a good one. Everybody be safe and blessed. All right, love y'all.
There you go.
Okay.
You too, Frank. Back at you, fam. Night.
Yeah, what's up, Ronbo?
Yeah. Is that
hello? Yeah.
Ronbo.
Hey, dude, don't jump, man. Come on. How you doing?
Go ahead, Bill.
Wow.
Oh, we got surprised.
I'm sitting here. I'm watching, and all I gotta say is, like, don't give up on the quarterback. I get that. I haven't given up on him. But what I'm gonna say is, we should go ahead and sign Akeem Butler. Like I said, this is why, because they're gonna tag team Kittle. They would have left the team open. Then he would have did the same thing, and they would have laid off Kittle, and we wouldn't have this issue. Now, number two, I know you may not agree with me, but we should go ahead and get rid of Beathard. Why are we keeping C.J. Beathard? For what?
Nobody knows.
What?
Absolutely nobody
Let Beathard
knows.
go.
That's
And let's go ahead and sign Colin Kaepernick. Have him train for at least until after the Seattle game. If Jimmy Garoppolo don't produce by then, let's see what Kaepernick can do under his system. And we give Garoppolo until after the Seattle game, which we should beat the Jets. We should beat the Giants and the Eagles. The Eagles lost to the nameless Washington football team.
I know, the Washington football team, and it wasn't even close. They just ran them off the field. When I was looking at what was the final score in that game?
Man, I forgot, but I know it became a blowout. The Eagles were winning, and they just let it go.
I mean, I said,
I thought for sure they had them won.
Yeah, I said the Eagles are supposed to beat us. I said, what kind of? And then I turned to it because there's a bunch of games I was trying to watch as many as I could. Oh, wait a minute, I thought the Eagles were supposed to be a badass. They said we're going to lose in Week 4, and every analyst they put on TV agrees the Eagles should win Week 4 against San Francisco. They didn't see us losing to the Cardinals.
Not now. I don't see it. I don't see us losing until possibly the game in possibly Seattle. Hopefully we win that. But from what I'm seeing on TV, I don't even see Dallas being a problem. They're losing to the Rams right now.
How bad is it?
20-17.
You said what?
20-17.
Bill, let me get this right. Did you say 40? 4-0?
No, 20-17.
I was about to say, oh my God.
If it was 40-17, I would sure tell you about it. But no, 20.
That would have made my day. Okay.
Right. So yeah, I watched that, and it showed to me that they haven't learned from much. You can't trust the referees on nothing. You can't. So why are you going to keep the game close? Why are you going to keep it close? Why are you going to beat yourself?
I don't know.
What? What reason? I saw Jimmy Garoppolo with no heart. I saw the whole team. They were all in defeat today when they took the snap.
Right.
They weren't even into it.
In the third quarter, it started to look like that, didn't it? Like they just sort of like, okay, let's just hurry up and finish this game. Guys, and remember, Bill, they came back after they got scored on. Uh-oh, we're behind. Let's go. What are you idiots doing? You were supposed, God, I don't know what they were doing. They had the ability to do that. Then do it. Don't wait until you get behind. It's, Bill.
Shanahan.
It's too late.
Sala,
Don't
and the whole team, check your heart and where you stand.
Yes.
Do you want to go back to the Super Bowl? If
never going to get there like this.
Yeah. Number two, if you don't want to win, just go ahead and say right now, trade me. We want to go winless. We don't want to win a game. Let's just go ahead. I want to see more enthusiasm next week. I'm not going to base it today, but if we get beat by the Jets, that's going to be it. That's going to be it, man.
Bill, we're going to it's short and angry tonight. Let's see you tomorrow night if you get a shot, will you? And get on in here.
I had more to say. I forgot, but I've been waiting for 3 hours. I almost fell asleep.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. We had a lot of people wanted to complain tonight. So sorry, Bill.
Right. Do me a favor. I'm going to put you on speaker, and I want a 49 shout out for Shania. Come here, babe. Come here. Give me a minute. I got company. He's on the phone. I don't want to have to do it with him in the room. So give me a minute. Come on. He's on the time limit. TikTok. Come on. All right, go ahead and get me 49 shout out.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hey, Shania. Are you guys ready? Shania and Bill.
Show a better heart next week, guys. Show a better heart next week. Show me you want to win. Hold on. Today was flat out ridiculous. You have a good night.
You too, Bill. Now it's your deck tore my throat out. You guys have a good night. Night tonight. Oh, God. Okay. Hey, 602. And of all places, he's in AZ. Hello.
Hello, Ronbo.
Yes, and who is this?
Yeah, this Brandon, man. I called you last time, man.
Okay. Hey, Brandon. Yeah, Brandon. Brandon, remember when you call in, just stay on mute. We'll unmute you because people are probably waiting. But Brandon, go ahead. It's your time now. What's up? How'd you like that game?
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna tell you just like this. I don't care what anybody say, Ronbo. You know this.
Mm.
I never seen so many flags get thrown on a game. It was just sloppy today. This was one of those games that we played so bad, but we could have pulled one off. You understand what I'm saying, Ronbo?
Well, yeah, close, yeah.
And you're leaving Hopkins open on that play. What is y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? How does a quarterback get sacked almost 50 times and he still wins a game? You understand? Nobody was open. Shout out to JT, Jaquiski Tart, man.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm one of the most underrated safeties in the NFL. I don't care what anybody say, but Ronbo, come on. Jimmy G, you're taking sacks. Missing KB, you understand what I'm saying? Hey, what is the problem?
He's going to get it tomorrow. When he looks at that film, boy, somebody's going to get told, look.
And Shanahan, and I understand, it was 4th and 1, we in the red zone, you get the bottom of us. I understand that. You probably was in the heat of the moment. But, man, just take the 3. Please just take the 3. Because that's what's going to happen when you go against the Cardinals. That what happened last time.
Brandon,
thank God for Wilson.
On the 1 yard line, I'm going to give me some meat. I'm going to get juice. I'm gonna bring in the dude that does this better than anybody on the team. Bring in Jeffrey Wilson and let him do what he does. Wilson would have got in. Guaranteed. No. Give it to Mostert. We're paying him. We're paying him extra money. I understand that. But give it to the man who can get it done. We need to score here. Priorities and pay rates are not what we're talking about here. So...
You understand? You're giving them yardage to Hopkins. Who's covering him? What happened on that play? What happened?
Boy, D-Hop, Sherman doesn't even mess with him. Sherman backs up off of him and gives him space and try to play him up after he catches the ball. Mosley was just trying to stay with him, but nobody stays with Hopkins.
But you understand, and you understand, and this was one again. We was doing okay, but you know what I'm saying? We made some mistakes that's what happened. Don't take the 3. You understand? Jimmy G taking sacks. Let's throw it out, man. Don't even try to. You're not mobile, bro. I hate to tell you that. I ain't no Jimmy G. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm really blaming everybody today. You understand? We didn't play. We played sloppy, and that cost us the game, man.
Yep.
And imagine if they let Frank Gore run us over next week like that, that'll let me know we not ready, man.
No, I forgot about him. He is in New York.
And I said, look here, man, if we win, I love Frank Gore, but look here, man, we're going to have to whoop him, man. I'm sorry.
Not good.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. But yeah, man, this is why preseason is important, bro.
No, Brent, we got to pull up though. It's short and angry tonight. Tomorrow, Brent, if you get a chance, get up tonight. Tomorrow night we can extend a little longer, okay? Because we got a whole lot of people waiting. You probably know you waited for a long time.
Yeah, I got you, Ronbo. Shout out to you. Shout out to the platform, man. Shout out to the Nine Empire, red, white, and gold. Let's go.
Thanks, Phil. All right, Brandon. Have a good night. It's going to get better, too. All right.
All right, you too, man.
Thank you. And let's move to Ellis.
Yeah.
Ellis, it didn't come out like we planned. And worse than that, the team looked like, I don't know, maybe if we could, Kyler Murray, I'm going to watch Kyler Murray for the rest of the season. Now, I want to see who else he abuses. He just abused us tonight. That was ridiculous. Just running all over the 49ers like it wasn't nothing. That was worse than Lamar Jackson. I didn't think anything would get worse than that. But what are you thinking?
I don't know why the hell we didn't have a spy following Kyler Murray, just in case. Tavarius Moore would have been good, like my man said earlier. What else can we say? D-Hop and Fitz were the only real playmakers. Kenyon Drake had a couple of good runs, but he was still sustained overall. It was basically mainly the Fitzgerald and D-Hop show.
Tag teaming us. Boy.
D Ford is a big-time disappointment. Nick Bosa hasn't been playing for a little bit, and he still was in there trying to do his damn best. You know, he was at least working. He's one man. Nick was in there getting tackles, man. I don't know what everybody else is watching. Nick was in there busting his ass. Kerry Hyder did fairly well. I don't know where my boy Armstead was at. He was MIA. Yeah, I don't know.
Solomon
he's on the milk carton right now.
And I thought he was going to look better this year. And Solomon T had 1 or 2 plays.
It looked like what's his name?
Javon Kinlaw.
Javon Kinlaw did a little bit even better than expected. It seemed like he was plugging a little bit, but he did more than Solly T. Solly T got the start.
Well,
I don't know. It's just kind of
Solly got handled is what happened to him. He just got handled. Solly, come on, where's that speed and quickness? These offensive linemen ain't all that. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Yeah, our offensive line was terrible. Jimmy was doing donuts. You see the play where he did donuts in the backfield? He was turning around, twisting. He did it like he did like a 720. He did 2 circles, spins, trying to spin out of the defense. Didn't find a player, and then just
hands. Yeah.
come on, Jim.
What are you doing?
God damn it, Jim. Come on, my guy. I will say I was disappointed in. I said this before though. Jimmy needs to work on his upper body, his arm strength, and he needs to work on precision throws. When you're supposed to zip it in there, you got to know when to throw it hard, when to lob it, how to throw away from the defender, down and away. There's different techniques as a quarterback that you have to have, and you got to know how to deliver that ball. The pass to Trent was bullshit. The pass to KB was bullshit in the end zone. I mean, we got a couple of just bad plays in there, and it wasn't just Jimmy, so we can't blame it all on him. We're just calling out the various plays that we can see there.
Cause that loss. Yes.
Where's KB? Where's Richie? What the hell is going on?
Richie, they made Richie
and George's knees hurt again. I'm worried about George. He got hurt last time with his damn knee.
Hey,
Buda Baker took a shot at him, man. I know he got respect for him and stuff, and people think, I think that was a little bit of a cheap shot. I don't know, I don't know. I just didn't like that. And of course, George gets hurt now. What if he's got an injury now? Of course he plays through it because he's sad. Go ahead.
Did you see a report to saying that George he is injured, or what? Because he played the second half, but he always does that.
Right. No, I didn't see any reports, but I'm just concerned that maybe tomorrow, the next day, they might. Kyle always likes to stretch it out. Oh, George is having some knee soreness, so he didn't practice, and we're going to take a look. And that's when that shit's going to start. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm concerned about that. We can't depend on Jordan Reed fully like that. We got to get everybody involved, man. Kyle was doing vanilla offense. The shit looked like we were scrimmaging, trying to figure out who the hell we were still. And I'm disappointed to say the least.
It was disappointing. Now let's continue tomorrow night and
yes, indeed.
And find out who's hurt.
We got a whole lot of shots that we need to fire. Yeah. We got a whole lot of shots that need to be fired tomorrow, man. We can't. I know it's just one game though. It's a very important game because now we got to still worry about the Seahawks. We can't just take L's against our league teams. That's going to interfere with us making it to the playoffs in the long run, especially if the Hawks and the Cardinals end up playing really well this year. It's going to be a coin flip. But yeah, fam, shout out to you as always, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. And We gonna be all right, man. We just got to get on the roll.
You just got to get back to the next game. All right, Ellis. See you tomorrow night,
indeed.
fam.
All right, fam.
All right.
Yes, indeed. Peace.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Well, we're 0-1. That's what's going on, unfortunately. But, it's week 1. You can only get so mad. It's, to lose the opener just sucks at home. But, there's no real home this year. But what are you thinking about that, this game?
I think it was just stunningly bad. It's got our whole squad messed up. It was just the way we lost it. It was terrible all the way around.
Well, the preparation for that game, I question. Offensively, I don't understand what we were doing. I don't think the players did either, the way they were playing. It's very strange.
It was terrible. Hey, before I forget, what's his name was saying, Buda Baker, I don't want to say he's going cheap shots or nothing, but that's the exact same way he hit his knee last game when he was killing him. And he was the only player on our team that was doing good.
Yeah.
Was Kittle. He hadn't booted nothing. He was running the ball. He was doing everything, and we were lighting him up.
Mm-hmm.
And then he took a Buddha to his knee again. And I don't know if it was the same knee.
I thought it was George's ankle. Everybody's saying his knee because George came down and the ankle spinned inside. It looked like it crushed his knee.
He barreled straight into his knee, and it twisted the ankle underneath Buddha. Like Buddha was laying on his knee, bent backwards, as Kittle lay backwards.
I hope that knee.
Like he came really straight and lowered his shoulder and went straight into Kittle's knee.
I know that should be an illegal hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It makes me consider, was he actually doing that? Because last time he was down there that low and hitting his knee too. Remember last time he hyperextended it a little bit?
Was that Buddha involved in that?
Both times.
That's really scary.
And guess who was the one on the receiving end of George smoking him?
Who?
Man, Buddha.
Oh, yeah.
He was getting stiff-armed and making a fool every time.
Yeah, and last time it was in Arizona, wasn't it? Yeah, it was on the road.
Yeah.
Man.
And he was getting torched. And then he ran into George's leg, and George came back in and torched him again.
No, he couldn't do that number this time, though. They double-teamed George. No. Oh, that was this game because they knew we didn't have any other weapons that were going to be able to get it done, except for Kendrick. Well, we did have a couple more weapons, but they didn't get started tonight. I don't know what was going on with Jimmy and Kendrick. And then Trent Taylor, who's still all over the place, but to him. Huh?
Yeah, once George went on the bench to get looked at, we had no way to spread him out, and we stopped scoring right then and there.
Yep.
And that was the same exact time that Jimmy threw that pass over the middle to Pettis, right on the money. Pettis pulled up because he had a safety bearing down on him. You remember that?
That's him.
And the announcer on the television said that Pettis pulled up on it.
Yep.
He's like, "Oh, you can't do that."
I've seen him do that too many times. I've seen him when he did it when he came here. I said, Pettis he aborted that play because he was worried about getting hit. At first, I didn't believe it myself. But he does do that.
Yeah. On my TV broadcasting at the Channel 8 that I watched it on, like they did like a freeze frame on his face when the guy was going to pound him in the back. And he completely pulled up and watched the ball go by, and nobody even touched it. Like, both of those guys could have intercepted it, but they couldn't believe that he wasn't going to go for it.
Can you believe it? The defenders, what?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what really messed it up.
Everybody, nobody touched it at all. They all three could have grabbed it.
You know what? If Kyle looks at that, Pettis is going to be in trouble, though. You know, he put Pettis in the doghouse last year.
He had to have seen it because that's right after what's his name went out. right after Kittle got hurt.
Even if he didn't see it, he's going to see it in the film room, and I know it's going to just burn him right up. Had it with Pettis.
Exactly. You remember Jimmy was getting discouraged?
Yeah.
Guess when that started?
No receivers. He's only got George, and George is getting double teamed. He's only got Kendrick and Taylor. Jimmy's fault throwing a Taylor, though. Jimmy, you remember him?
Yeah.
Why are you sailing the ball over his head? Oh.
After that, he was pretty desperate to throw good balls, and he was stressing out. Like, you could see it in his face. He was stressed.
He was freaking, wasn't he?
Because
I've never seen him like that.
Yeah.
Jimmy, we got to pull up, though. We're going to run out of time. We ran out of time. Tomorrow we can extend a little longer, okay? But I agree with you.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. I seen it up close and personal. It was Pettis.
Yeah, I know. Somebody else mentioned that earlier. I knew it. All right, fam. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
All right. See you tomorrow.
And hey, Tony.
Hey, Ronbo.
Tony, come on in, man. What are your feelings on that god-awful loss, an uncalled for, unnecessary loss? Man.
What does it feel like to get pumped by a squirrel?
No, yeah, exactly. And I mean, the guy, he got excited in the second half. He said, well, if I could run like this, maybe I should try it again. And when I don't, I'm going to throw it to D-Hop, and there's nothing they can do to stop us. And that's exactly what happened.
I mean, in touchdowns by himself. Is that Jimmy G's fault that he ran the touchdown in there?
Oh, no, the defense gets plenty of blame in this game. This ain't all Jimmy.
I don't know. This is my belief, all right? Like one of the other callers said, everyone's got their own opinion, you know. But this is my belief. We all know what Jimmy can do if he's left alone to ad-lib on his own. We saw it in 2017. He can throw in tight windows. He can throw sidewinders. He can throw underarm. He can throw, all of us were freaking out saying, oh, man, this is our quarterback. He can throw in tight windows. He can
bold,
but
fearless.
He can't do that when Kyle Shanahan's saying, no, you're going to throw to him. Or you're going to throw to there. And
you're going to do it from a shotgun. Yeah. Kyle, get him out of that shotgun. Oh.
All right, so what's his hands are tied. I don't you can't blame the whole game on Jimmy.
I didn't.
I mean, what happened to missed tackles? What happened to drop balls? What happened to turnovers? I mean, I believe those stats are pretty significant.
That fumble, I mean, there's things that you just can't. Everybody's got to contribute to a win. You can't have, it was just really a strange game, Tony. That 1 yard, I'll never get over the 1 yard line, though, and we didn't punch that one in. Well, I think it was less than 1 yard, and we can't punch it in. From that point on, we give the ball back to the Cardinals, and the momentum shift never got back in the 49ers' plate. God, that was terrible. We lost Tony? Oh, no. I don't know how we lost you. I guess Zoom was getting, not Zoom, but something got tired here. Uber, oh, God. Anyway. All right, let's. 602, Arizona, hello. Hello again. And it's Hayden.
Yo.
Hey, Hayden. Somebody said hello. I don't think that was Hayden, though. Is that Hayden? No. Okay, who is it? Okay, that's 60, area code 602. Hello, what is your name?
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, losing game one like we didn't expect. So strange. So strange. What is
Such
your
a horrible game, man.
Yeah.
Andre.
Hey.
Yeah.
Ah.
Worst part about it, man, I'm down here in Phoenix, man. I got to put up with all this bullshit from all these fuckers at my work.
Oh, that's right. We've had about 3 people from AZ tonight. And, oh, man, you guys are in trouble because we are not supposed to be losing to that team. Not now. They're not supposed to be ready for that.
No,
Maybe
no,
next year or something like that, but not now. That was strange.
Yeah, but they gave us trouble last year. That was the exact same thing last year when we played them, and we struggled with these running quarterbacks. But we got to be able to put it on them a little better than that.
Yeah, and he's gotten better since last year too. Kyler Murray looked invincible today. When he was trying to throw the ball, he was having some trouble. But when he starts running, oh man, the whole defense lost it. Didn't know what to do.
We can't do anything with them, man. And the problem is, man, they go after these big name receivers. I mean, they were good without Hopkins. I mean, he gave us trouble without. They're going to be even better with him.
Scary.
It's something we need to do. We can't rely. I mean, Debo's good. This other kid we got here from ASU, Ayuk. I mean, he's a rookie. What do we even? I mean, he was good in college, but we can't throw everything on Kittle's shoulders. Kittle's gonna. Yeah, Kittle's gonna get double teamed. They know we're gonna run the ball, but. Kyle, for some reason, he looks scared to let Jimmy throw the ball or make decisions, and he looks shook. I mean, he looks shook every single time.
Well,
if his first read isn't open, if his first read is not open, he gets scared, and then he doesn't know what to do.
Well, he had a couple of plays tonight where he actually went to his second progression. But, the problem is Kyle keeps keeping him under shotgun on every play. I don't understand why he doesn't want to run any play action every now and then. There's no need to keep Jimmy stand. His best percentages as a quarterback are on play action. Now, if I'm the coach,
he was actually really good.
And I know this. Why don't I run that more often? No. Put him in a shotgun. Damn it, Kyle.
Yeah. And then he goes to, we were down. Even Richie James went out. I don't know if you guys know. Richie James went out pretty early. We were down to like 3 receivers. We had, and let's be honest. KB, he's good, but he's probably like a 3rd or 4th option. I mean, we're playing with guys that were drafted late. Pettis is probably the one that was out there that was drafted the earliest. And I mean, by this time he's 3 or 4 years in. I mean, we know who he is at this point.
I don't know what's going on with that.
We've got to go after a veteran. We got to go after a veteran that's not old, maybe still got something to prove, make a trade or something. Because we never go after these top receivers. And look at Arizona, the Rams right now. Seattle, they got pretty tough receivers. They're going to be putting it on us, all year.
Mm-hmm. 49ers don't have any money though. It's a problem. I think they'd like to do that. They can't afford anybody now. We got players next year we're trying to sign that they can't sign next year. Trent Williams, they got to try to sign him. We got about 5. Man, we got double-digit guys in 1-year contracts from what I remember. So the 49ers got cash problems. They need to figure out something, though. That's why they're trying to go homegrown as far as the wide receivers go. We'll see.
That's true. I mean, they are going to need to do something because we're, even the cornerback position. I mean, we got whatever we get out of this guy. What's his name? Number 41. I mean, he was undrafted too, Mosley. So he's undrafted. What do we expect? We're not. He's not these top corners. It's not Jalen Ramsey. It's not any of these other guys.
But Andre Mosley. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins does that to everybody. But you know what? The rest of the 49ers could have still won that game no matter what Hopkins was doing. We got to go, though, because we'll keep it short tonight. But I tell you what, get on back here tomorrow, will you? And we'll talk some more.
All right, man.
All right, fam. Good to hear from you. Night.
Have a good one.
You too.
That's really last time.
And there's Hayden.
Hey, Ronbo.
Go Hayden. Well, Hayden, what are your feelings on this strange loss?
It was super weird because everyone's saying how bad the defense was, and yes, they weren't doing the best, but they held them so long up until like the 4th quarter, Ronbo.
Well, that's a good point.
I mean, you can't because the Niners offense. This is what it went after the first touchdown to Raheem Mostert. It went first down, second down, third down, fourth down punt.
We had some 3
first
and
down,
outs.
second down, third down, fourth down punt. It was just kept on going, and then they get tired. Because they didn't get any breaks.
Yeah, 3 and outs will kill a defense really quick, and we did that a few times this night. We could not convert on third down. It was unbelievable. We were good at third down conversion last year. And today, we couldn't buy a third down conversion. You wore the D out. They looked tired, too, at the end. And with a Kyler Murray, you cannot be tired. He will kill you.
Yeah, I know. See, but then here's the thing. Then Jimmy Garoppolo decides on the final drive he wants to run. On the final drive.
He didn't have any choice. If this Jimmy don't get out of that pocket, you're gonna get dropped for a serious loss. Get out of there. Him and Kyle need to have a long talk. There's some things they don't. I don't think Jimmy agrees with everything Kyle's talking about. Did you see his face?
And then Kyle doesn't play action, and that's what Jimmy Garoppolo's best in.
I know. I mean, maybe we ran play action maybe once or twice tonight. Today, I was like, oh, Kyle, why don't you? That's not working.
And then Raheem's wide. I know. And then Raheem Mostert's wide open. Did you see that? It was like a wheel route.
Yeah,
and he was wide open in the end zone it's just.
Everybody's seen
that.
that.
That was on the final drive too.
Yeah. Wait till they see that on the film.
I think we would have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait till they see that on the film.
We would have won if Jimmy Garoppolo didn't just look at one wide receiver. But
he was stressing out. You know what?
Yeah, I don't.
You know what's going on with him, Hayden? Jimmy gets flustered under pressure after the O-line. If the O-line's not protecting him, he gets really frustrated and flustered, and he starts to do weird things. That's something that I didn't realize until the end of last year. He really gets shaken by too much pressure. He turns into Jared Goff, and that's bad.
Yeah, but I thought Trent Williams was doing really good on that side, but then every other position on the O-line.
Yeah, he
could
can't.
Not.
Yeah, Trent can't cover the whole line.
The only one Trent Williams. Yeah, there's not 20 Trent Williams in the world.
Yeah. And the Hronis.
I don't know, Romber.
The new center is not going to stop anybody. So is Brunskill. McGlinchey's okay. He's better at running, run block, but Hronis is a problem. And they just started playing with him. Offensive lines get better when they play together longer. This is not working.
There's only one thing you can look at positive from this.
What's that?
Dante Pettis is getting cut soon. I really hope.
I think you're right,
I
too.
really hope. Because now I don't have to get a jersey. I think
that's true. Hey, we got to go, though. We're keeping it short tonight. Let's see
you tomorrow,
okay?
Rombo.
All right, Aiden. Night.
All right. Night.
Oh. Well, one thing we do know, fam. You know what's funny? We uncovered a few things tonight. We know that Dante Pettis, he came in saying he was ready to play and wanted to show Kyle Shanahan some things. And we know he still has that same issue with fear. We also know that Jimmy Garoppolo does have some problems with not playing at least 2 preseason games, apparently. He looked completely lost out there most of the time. He was nervous. He got stressed. He started making bad throws. And even though maybe, I don't know, you maybe thought he never made good throws, but he's made better throws than I saw tonight. He was okay across the middle of the field. It's like, who was that said that? Anyway, when he goes in the middle of the field, Jimmy G can cut up the middle of the field like a surgeon, but don't ask him to go outside the middle. And they're sitting. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. From here, the 49ers know either put your big boy pants on and let's go, or get ready to go to mediocrity. They don't want that. Guarantee they don't. Dead like, Phil. Niners!